and hello and welcome to the 112th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free every Wednesday in audio format on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast directories, and in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD definition. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can listen to episodes, subscribe for behind the scenes news, read rad articles, and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeak Podcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent. Man, I feel like a woman. Bass.
Yeet.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
How do you respond to yeet?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be hip like the young people nowadays.
So like, okay.
I think yoink it would be the counter.
The response?
I don't know if it's the
Let's
response.
try that. Right.
I think it's like the no to yeet. Yes.
Oh, okay. So you can't respond.
I don't know.
to it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much of a response to it other than maybe like hell yeah, bro, or I don't know if you're like a redneck or something.
So like yeet is kind of like saying yay, but
I think so, but I honestly I don't know. I was just trying it on.
it's a good look on you.
Thanks. Yeah.
But I still want to learn. I'm like the old man in the wheelchair. I want to understand.
I don't really understand. I've kind of just been interchangeably using yeet, like in Rick and Morty where they have the squanchy planet and they just say everything is squanchy.
Yeah.
Like I kind of been using it like squanch. You
just kind of throw it anywhere.
Kind of throw it wherever it feels right.
I like that. Okay.
And what have you been doing today, man?
Not that, but I have got Sarah's shirt sent out to her.
Oh, good, Sarah.
It's
Be
on the way.
Lookout for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully she will post a picture of herself in that shirt because I want to see how well it comes out.
I definitely also want to see. So.
I think it'll be good. It's made by the same, like the design was made by the same guy that made our.
It's made by Ralph Lauren himself.
Ralph Lauren, dude.
Made by Donna Karen, New York. I don't know. I can't think of any designers, so I'm really.
Versace.
Ralph Lauren is the only one that comes to mind. That's how uncultured I am.
The Nike guy made it.
Dude, man, I had to get my cats fixed today.
Oh God, I thought that was gonna be way darker. You're just like,
no, I mean I've been
anticipating
this for a while, but it's just been a stressful day.
That's a good thing. And the cats are fixed now.
Did you get Farley fixed, or is he just
neutered?
All natural.
He was a boy.
Neutral.
Yeah, so like he was definitely neutered. Right, like so I got him from the Rita B. Huff Center.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And
they did him as a pup.
Yeah, so he was too young to get neutered at first. Like he was just like 8 weeks old. So I brought him home, and then I had to wait like 4 weeks, and then take him back, and then they neutered him.
Oh, how did he respond whenever you took him home? Was he like all fucked up?
Well, I think there was two timelines that could have happened in this lifetime, and there's the Farley that we have now, the very chill, like I just want to hang out, yo, I'm your bro, Farley.
Sure.
Before that, and this is another timeline that could have happened, was the asshole Farley, which whenever he was only 8 weeks old, he would just like snarl and like bite at your feet and shit and like just like at your toes.
Aww.
But he was so fat and cute that you knew he was playing. But he liked to bite and he liked to bark and he's like, and like, but
you think if you hadn't gotten him fixed, he would just be wild as fuck?
Yeah, because like the day he got neutered and we brought him home, he just like, he's been chill Farley ever since.
He is such a good boy.
He's like Snoop Dogg, the dog.
Dude, I just hope my cats are okay, man, because like I got them home and like I don't know, like the anesthesia I think is still affecting my smaller cat pretty bad. Like my big one's kind of up and walking around. She's like a little like unsteady, but she's walking around. But my other one just keeps standing up and just like falling the fuck over, just like
that's normal, man.
I know. I'm just so worried. I just like, oh, poor thing. She keeps like every time she falls over, she like makes this groaning noise and like picks herself back up.
Probably tripping balls, dude.
That's what I was thinking.
That's probably what she hears.
Every now and then she looks at me with these eyes that are just like tripping balls. Like, I don't know.
It's like, please save me.
Oh, I feel bad for her.
Nah, they'll be good. She'll be better for it because she won't be like constantly walking around and just being like,
Yeah, definitely. I also read online, I don't know if this is true, but I think it's supposed to help reduce the risk of like breast cancer or something in cats. I know that. I don't know if that's
Forgive me for being ignorant, but I did not know that cats got breast cancer.
I don't know, man. I honestly have no idea.
That's
I think
fucking crazy.
I think all the mammals can get cancer. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just didn't know it was called breast cancer. Like, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you know, if it's on the breast.
I just would never call cat titties breasts, you know.
So you think it should be like cat titty cancer? CTC? That kind of rolls off the tongue.
It's got feline titty cancer.
Sorry, your cat has cat titty cancer. It's terminal.
You
can't have a terminal illness called with the word titty.
Terminal cat titty cancer. So
Fuck.
yeah, that abbreviation. But anyways, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think your cat's good. I don't think it's got the titty cancer.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, that's just like as a pet parent, as a fur baby parent. I know I'm going there, but
I'm sure we have some listeners out there that feel the same way. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like whenever you have an illness and then you Google it and like it's like you're dying, you know, like every time. It's like that. You get that same painful feeling whenever you read. It's like, oh, it's cat titty cancer, you know, like instead of like, oh, it's just the anesthesia taking a second to roll. You're always going to jump to the worst situation.
Oh, I know. That's why man, I don't know. I'm going to be the most worried like actual parent ever when I have like real kids one day.
Dude.
I'm going to stress the fuck out, man.
See,
I see how I am with my cats. Just like some of my fucking
same.
like cats that I just found on the street, and I fucking love them. But, you know,
street cats, dude. That's what I'm saying, and it's like that's why I won't ever have kids, because
you worry too much.
You can't love something if it doesn't exist.
That's beautiful, Jamel.
You can't grieve over something that you never had. No, but yeah, that's a little depressing look into why Jamel doesn't have kids or won't. But anyways, so let's jump into the news, guys. On that note, just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web. We don't claim any of the material as our own. We are simply just giving commentary on said articles. So let's kick it off. With a little bit of drama.
Oh.
Yeah, so check it out. Over here in the drama corner, Borderlands 3 can't seem to resist being caught up within yet another controversy.
Uh-oh.
Gearbox's Randy Pitchford has called out Claptrap voice actor David Eddings, who voiced the Borderlands franchise's mainstay robotic mascot every game leading up to Borderlands 3, for being quote-unquote bitter and disgruntled amongst the news that he won't be returning in the upcoming title.
Shots fired.
Yeah, brap. This drama comes on the heels of Pitchford's heated criticisms of Game Informer's coverage of Borderlands 3's implementation of microtransactions. This all started when Eddings himself confirmed on Twitter that he won't reprise his role as Claptrap in Borderlands 3 after the game's big reveal event last week. Eddings said it came down to a matter of payment. Eddings voiced Claptrap, a wisecracking, sarcastic robot, in all of the previous Borderlands games when he was an employee of Gearbox. He reportedly did not receive a fee beyond his normal salary to do this when he was working at the studio. Gearbox says this kind of arrangement is normal. I think not. Eddings on Twitter, quote, "No, for the first time, I insisted on getting paid for my performance, and all of a sudden they couldn't afford me. Now I'm not telling them how to run their business, but maybe next time they should put that $12 million payment from 2K in the Gearbox bank account instead. Just saying." Which was a massive... massive shot towards
shots
Pitchford.
Fired, bro.
Eddings was a decade-plus executive veteran at Gearbox before he left in 2017 to take a job at Rooster Teeth. In his tweet about Borderlands 3, Eddings said he insisted that he be paid, unlike in previous games where he reportedly recorded lines for no extra remuneration. He added, "Now, I'm not telling them..." Okay, we've already been on that. But that line is presumably in reference to the $12 million that Pitchford is alleged in a lawsuit to have received as a secret bonus that went to himself instead of the studio. That's what he was referring to.
Wow,
calling him out
dude.
on that. Yeah, so for its part, Gearbox said this claim has, quote, no basis in reality or law. Regarding the Claptrap controversy, Pitchford himself commented on Twitter. He said Eddings is bitter and disgruntled about his departure from Gearbox. He said Eddings was terminated, but did not discuss the specifics surrounding his departure. Pitchford added that Gearbox offered Eddings twice the standard union voice actor rate to return to Borderlands 3, but he refused. Quote, "I don't want him to do it unless he wants to do it, as motivation affects performance." Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of... This guy seems real shady.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like there's a lot of, I feel like he realizes if he says the wrong thing, it's all going to fall down on him. So he's really picking his words wisely there. You know what I mean? Everything he's saying is, very carefully constructed not to get him in trouble. You know what I mean?
It sounds super manipulative. Like, everything he's saying, it sounds like all made up. And he's like, he says, Mr. Eddings was paid very handsomely during his employment. No one uses the word handsomely. I automatically think you're a villain if you use the word handsome.
He was paid very handsomely.
Yeah, okay. After his employment, he was made a relatively generous offer to reprise the role. Unfortunately, he turned that opportunity down. Gearbox released a statement regarding the Borderlands 3 Claptrap situation that attempts to clarify the facts. But blah, 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 it goes on and on. He's not going to be working there. There's some drama between them, and there's an update on that I feel like Brent's about to jump on. Is that?
I think so. Did you read what Eddings said?
Was this about the physical assault?
Yeah.
So this was the update that I was going to jump into after, but I figured you already
go
had
ahead.
it.
No,
go
jump
ahead.
into
you
it.
got it.
I got to find it on the thing if we're going to...
Oh, okay. So, well then, let's jump into the update.
Yeah, please.
So, the article was later updated. It said, Eddings shared his side of the story, which includes a claim that Pitchford physically assaulted him in a hotel lobby at the Game Developers Conference in 2017. Quote, "I was fine moving on after Gearbox, but when my former boss starts mouthing off about various aspects of my employment, including how highly compensated I was and how generous he is, I feel obligated to correct the record."
Dang.
In the Twitter thread, Eddings said he had mixed feelings when Gearbox asked him in 2018 if he would come back to voice Claptrap for Borderlands 3. He said he was willing to, quote, "put differences aside and do something cool for Borderlands fans with my friends at Gearbox." Eddings said he offered to do the Borderlands 3 voice work for free in exchange for Gearbox paying him past royalties for his work doing the voice of Claptrap in the previous Borderlands titles. As reported previously, Eddings did the voice work for Claptrap 1 and 2 and blah, blah, blah. So he did not draw any additional payment for those. So he also brought up a significant claim against Pitchford that Pitchford assaulted him in 2017. Eddings said Pitchford physically assaulted me in a hotel lobby during GDC 2017. The alleged misconduct reportedly took place at the Marriott Marquis Hotel in downtown San Francisco. The situation surrounding the alleged assault is unclear, and Eddings did not say if he filed a police report. Whatever the case, Eddings said he offered to do the voice work for Claptrap in Borderlands 3 if Gearbox gave him the requested back pay and an apology for the reported assault. It appears that didn't happen. Quote, "Personally, I think Randy's been on the tilt the last few years. He's not the victim he portrays himself to be. I even blocked him a couple of years ago for stalking me on social media. Enough is enough," Eddings said. That's all of it. God, sorry guys if that was forever, but lots of drama here.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot going on there. And, I don't know, man.
I'm thinking this Gearbox guy is a complete dick. But at the same time, money is money.
Yeah.
So this whole little situation with Eddings where he wanted previous royalties. I mean, there's no real contract on that. You know, they don't.
And I don't know. Eddings is a credible guy. I mean, he works for Rooster Teeth now and their game development fucking section or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they don't fuck around with people who are like, I don't know. I trust Rooster Teeth for some reason, and for whatever reason, the fact that he's associated with them makes me trust him more. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
He's more down to earth. Rooster Teeth is a down to earth company. Gearbox sounds like your big corporate, like
they are the shills, bro.
Like handsomely, you know, and like generous pay. But like my thing about it is like, you know, even Troy Baker said some shit about this Pitchford guy, like because he was gonna play a character.
Right, he was gonna do his character from the Tales of the Borderlands series that they did with Telltale. I think he was gonna make like a guest appearance in the game or something.
He ended up not doing it though, and he said, Pitchford tweeted about how like I don't know. Basically, he misconstrued some, or had inconsistencies in his story about it. And Troy Baker was like, "I don't know. I would just check the facts before I post things." You know, like to
Pitchford,
about him.
Oh wow!
So I think this guy is kind of creating this like this trail of burned bridges as
he's gonna end up like fucking alone on an island making fucking indie games one day,
and he's gonna be like wishing he wouldn't have fucked with everyone. Yeah, and that whole $12 million payout thing to him is such bullshit.
That is bullshit, bro. I would be pissed if I was whoever fucking.
He's like, I have to work hard using words like generous and handsome. So
God.
I need the money.
That's ridiculous, man. I mean, how much? Okay, let's think about how rational or irrational his request for the royalties is. Like, how would you determine the royalties that he's owed?
Base it off of other voice actors that were on the game,
on the project,
you know, and like
see
how
what
much
they've
they
gotten. Get. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think that would come out to more in total than they would pay him as the rate? Or about the same, or
I would assume so. I think it would make up for it. I mean, because he would have to get a little bit of money for every game ever sold, and they've sold like 32 something million. There's some crazy number like that. He would get some good money.
Yeah, he just needs to go on and do voice acting work for somebody who gives a damn. You know?
Yeah, definitely. But anyways,
let's see a little more drama for you. Last year, 5 lawsuits were filed against Riot Games for the company's violation of the California Equal Pay Act.
That's the League of Legends people, right?
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Citing how in-house sexism was affecting the workplace and creating a bro culture. According to Kotaku this past April, Riot filed a forced arbitration for 2 of them. In response, Riot Games employees are preparing the first of several planned walkouts. An estimated number of 100 employees are set to participate in the walkout today. So that might have already happened. I'm not sure if this fell through. Kotaku, one employee said, "I'm walking out as a symbolic act to signal to leadership that I care about this issue. I hope leadership takes the time to seriously listen to the issues in response to the walkout." In response to the walkout, a Riot representative told Kotaku, "While we will not make a change to our policies while in active litigation, last Thursday we announced that we've made the call to pivot our approach. As soon as active litigation is resolved, we will give all new rioters the choice to opt out of mandatory arbitration for individual sexual harassment and sexual assault claims. At that time, we will also commit to have a firm answer on potentially expanding the scope and extending this opt-out to all rioters. We are working diligently to resolve all active litigation so that we can quickly take steps towards a solution, as we have been for the past week. We will continue to listen to rioters regarding their thoughts on arbitration, and we are thankful for everyone that has taken the time to meet with leadership about this issue. It's been 8 months since the original Kotaku article was released, and so far, this is a different quote from a different person. They didn't really explain that very well. It's been 8 months since the original Kotaku article was released, and so far I haven't seen a single outcome of our diversity and inclusion efforts at Riot, one Riot employee told Kotaku. I haven't seen a single metric or number to indicate that things have improved, and I haven't seen a single project get finished. Another employee told Kotaku, I think having executives get up for 2 hours and do the classic roundabout series of denials helped other writers wake up to the fact that this is actually happening here. Blah, 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 it goes on. I'm curious to know if they actually walked out or not.
Yeah, they did.
They did? And
I'm
how did
pretty
that
sure.
go over? What happened exactly? Did they just shut it down for the day, or?
They have like 2,000 employees.
Oh, they have like 2,000? Oh,
There's
okay.
only like 100 people.
Well, still, it
I'm
had
pretty
to affect
sure.
the operations a little bit. You know?
Like HR is not here today, guys. So we're gonna be doing the same shit we always do. They're like, hey, bro. It's like this perpetual bro culture that I almost know what they're talking about. Like I can. It's like palpable. Like you can just like smell the bro in the air. Like they all come in like, oh, dude, you want to go get some wings and beer later, dude? And then like,
dude, I mean,
it sounds awesome. No, but like they're just like whacking off to porn on the computers. Like, and that's what I just imagined. It's like, dude, check out the tits on this bitch. And like, and then like the other guy's like, hey, check out this one. And then and like all the girls are like, what is happening here? And they're just like actually doing the job. That's what I imagined.
All the dudes are like running around just like fucking, I don't even know, man.
Just shooting each other with Nerf guns and shit.
Taking like upskirt pictures everywhere. Just fucking,
oh my God.
Like, I don't know. Is it that bad? Like, I don't know. I'm a little curious, man. You know?
I want to know too.
I want to know what's going on. I want to get to the bottom of this.
Who's the leader of? Because there's got to be an alpha bro.
100 people to walk out. There must be something going on. I don't think 100 people would all just like, you know, like I don't think I could get like, let's say there are 2,000 employees.
Okay.
That's like less than a tenth, 5% of the company.
Yeah, like half of those people don't even know each other.
I don't think I could convince 5% of the Olive Garden employees to walk out with me. You know?
Well, I don't know.
I think so.
I think you could if you said the right things.
You think?
Like, yo, there's some bro culture.
Maybe if
here,
it was
guys.
like some actual bro culture going on.
Yeah, like I think you're right. That's what
bro culture. That just sounds too fun to be like a bad thing. Like, why are they gonna call it? They got to call it something different.
Hold on, I want to see how many walked out. Just give me one second. I could be wrong.
Yeah. If it was me, I'd be like, oh yeah, hell yeah, free day off. I'm walking out.
More than 150 workers at Riot Games walked out.
Well, and did they get results? Does it say?
Let's see. It says into what is arbitration, by the way? Like, why were people forced into arbitration, and what does that even mean?
I believe I want to look this up so I don't sound stupid, but I think arbitration is some form of like court type process. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like, oh shit!
They're like fighting it in court.
I don't know. Hang on, let me look it up.
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking. Okay,
keep talking. I will look up arbitration.
Yeah, I want to see how many people work at Riot Games.
The use of an arbitrator to settle a dispute. So it's like court, but not court, not like official.
Kangaroo court.
Kangaroo court. Yeah,
I just like saying that.
It's like Judge Judy. She's like an arbitrator because that's not a real courtroom.
Okay, so basically
I mean?
It's like, okay, if we do it over in this court, we'll totally go, and you know everything will work out.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
that's kind of what it seems like. They're like trying to resolve it on their own so it doesn't blow up into something different.
Yeah, well, Riot Games has like 2,000 employees, so
anyways,
150 of them.
Yeah,
stopping this shit.
Almost 10%.
No more bros. Anyway, so Ubisoft is hosting a Ghost Recon world premiere event this Thursday, May 9th at 11:30 a.m. PT, 2:30 p.m. ET, and 7:30 p.m. BST. Ubisoft hasn't shared any other details about its Ghost Recon stream, and it isn't linking the event to 2017's Ghost Recon Wildlands, so this reveal might be something entirely new. Yeah, so it'll be
about
new.
Time for a new Ghost Recon game.
Hopefully it's good. I heard Wildlands was like almost good.
I know a lot of people who really liked Wildlands, actually. And it got a lot of cool DLC. They did that Splinter Cell DLC and that Predator DLC.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see them go back to like the Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare. Yeah, that was tight. Or Warfighter, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
The Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter was one of the few futuristic military games I actually liked. Like, you had this like cool like holo scanner thing, and you were like scanning the battlefield, and you had like, it was like really heavy on the team control emphasis and like getting your squad mates to like stack up places. It was fun. It was
the problem with Ghost Recon games of yesteryear is that they didn't feel good. They looked good. They were cool ideas, but no one was ever like, dude, let's Ghost Recon. Like when you had like, Medal of Honor or like something else similar sitting around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like, the Nintendo version of it was always, like, so dumb that, like, you couldn't even see your gun on the screen.
I mean, it's hard to compare it to Medal of Honor because it was more of a tactical thing. It was like Medal of Honor and Rainbow Six mixed together.
Yeah, put together. And it's weird. But I'm talking about just the controls. They didn't feel good. The game didn't feel like a real shooter.
The game, to me, felt a lot like... Did you ever play Conflict Desert Storm back in the day?
Dude, I fucking... just loved those games.
Those games were fucking sick, bro.
The ultimate 4-player co-op game,
yes,
dude.
That's what Ghost Recon kind of reminds me of as a series, like a spiritual kind of successor to that. You know what I mean?
I could see that.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I just want more like that. I'd be down. I'm down either way. I want to see what modern, not Warfighter, but what Ghost Recon feels like today outside of a Wildlands type game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's time for a new setting for sure.
Yeah.
So Dante is coming to Nintendo Switch. Capcom has announced that the very first Devil May Cry is coming to the platform sometime this summer. The announcement didn't give word on whether this will be a straight port of the PS2 original or based on the more recent HD collection. While the announcement was short on details, though, the implications are huge. Devil May Cry has never been on a Nintendo platform before in any capacity. Series head Hideki Itsuno pointedly said in an interview in February that for Dante to appear as a guest character on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, he'd sensibly have to appear in a game on the platform first. Devil May Cry has never been on a Nintendo platform, Itsuno told VG247. So it seems like the first thing to do would be to get Capcom to put Devil May Cry on a Nintendo platform in some way, shape, or form, whatever that game may be. This would appear to fulfill that criteria, and Itsuno would likely have known about any pending Smash Bros. Guest spots at the time he made that comment. Dante may not be destined for Smash at all, but this at least raises the possibility. That seems like a good Smash character.
Yeah, I mean, we've already got Bayonetta.
Yeah, he would be like a total Bayonetta clone.
Yeah, he'd be an Echo.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, Sony has announced that its next State of Play event will happen on May 9th at 3 p.m. PT.
Cool. I love me those State of Plays, dude. I get hyped.
Yeah, the show will last around 10 minutes and feature a new look at the PS4 Medieval remake, cool, as well as a brand new title. In a post on the PlayStation blog, social media director Sid Schumann also said that Sony will, quote, have other updates and announcements from upcoming PS4 games, and it will not, he said, don't expect any updates relating to our next generation plans at this time. Sorry.
I didn't expect any. I don't expect any until next year.
Same.
Around Q3.
No, I expect stuff at E3. Definitely.
E3?
Yeah, E3. Well,
They're not even going to E3.
No, but it'll be around E3. And I guarantee you, because the Xbox is going to drop.
I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to hear about it until 2020.
You think they're going to let people's minds just sit on the Xbox whatever
Absolutely.
Until then?
I really do.
Xbox 2?
I think PlayStation is so confident right now, they don't give a fuck what Xbox does. You know what I mean? After this console cycle. And I think it's going to be their downfall. It's just like PS3, you know? Like, PS2 did so well.
That they were like, oh, you'll get a second job to play the PS3. It's like, no, we won't.
And so I think we might have like a similar thing, you know? Like, I think they realized that where they fucked up on PS3, and now they're going back to their old ways now that they're so successful with PS4. You know what I mean? I think it's just history repeating itself. And I think, I don't know, I feel like That's why Xbox and PlayStation stay relevant. I feel like because every other console beats out the competition it has. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like Xbox was the better console versus PlayStation 2, but PlayStation 2 won by a landslide.
I feel like secretly, okay, let's get real conspiracy here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a good possibility that all of this is like a big WWE facade, and they actually work together on like, okay, you guys are gonna kill it this E3, then we're gonna come out and like, just because they're like the only 3 like consoles, there's not really any competition, so it helps them to stay afloat together.
What if it's just one guy that's like an Illuminati type figure who like owns all 3 companies and like sets up this like facade of them competing with each other so he can make triple the money?
And her name is Sonya Nintenbox.
Oh, jeez.
But I'm telling you, dude, like, I could see that because, like, they don't want to have too many competitors, so like they quickly kill off like any small name that comes up, like they pounce on it and fucking destroy it.
You heard it here first, guys.
And yeah, we just turn into the Alex Jones of video games. No, but so like, yeah, and I could see that. Dude,
I like that.
So next year, or next gen, it's all Xbox, baby. Or they might pull a crazy little setup on us, and then like halfway through, PlayStation just catches back up and fucking.
Conspiracy or not, I really do think next gen is going to be all Xbox. I don't know. If they put out VR, I know that sounds stupid as fuck of me to say, but if they put out VR, I think they're going to take over again.
Oh yeah,
they already have like the fucking everything they need. You know what I mean? I just think they need to do it.
But what if they do VR, but also have the Xbox AR? Kind of like, instead of just the HoloLens, like it's like specifically for games.
I think it would be really cool. That would be cool as fuck. I would love that. But I think it would be also really cool if they partnered up with like Valve. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know the Valve's doing their own thing with the Steam and whatnot, but I think it wouldn't be unwise of them to like reach out to the fucking console market and have like just like Steam VR as an app on the Xbox, and just have like it host all the VR shit, and you can like hook up like the highest quality VR, like the Valve Index that's coming out, and just like right into the fucking console. I think that would be sick.
That would be sick. I just don't think that.
I don't think it'll ever happen, but I think it would be profitable for both companies if they did. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like VR is not too profitable yet, though.
Not yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I think this next console cycle, it's going to be important to have at least the ability to like.
Yeah.
I think at some point Xbox is going to have to fucking put their feet in the water on that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
They have to. No, I agree. What you got?
Oh, it's my turn. Let's see. A new Minecraft game is in the works. It appears, and it might not be what you expect. This is kind of going back to what you were just talking about. Yeah. A brief teaser video showed some kind of Minecraft AR game similar to Pokemon Go or Wizards Unite Harry Potter, with its blending of real and virtual world elements.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did. It didn't look too appealing to me, but I mean,
have no idea what the fuck it was. It was just like the pig.
Yeah, there was just a pig, and she like looked around, and there was some dudes like, and
it kept on showing the girl, like she'd be like, like what?
The only way I could see that being really cool is if you like went around your room and like decorated your room with Minecraft blocks. You know what I mean? But
you could only see it whenever you look through the phone. That's fucking whack.
No, it's kind of cool because like imagine everything stays where you put it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you like walk across your room and you like decorate your whole wall to look like Pikachu or something. And then you turn around and you walk across your whole room and you decorate your other wall to look like Squirtle or something. I don't know.
Okay, that's a dope idea, but how the fuck would it know that? How would it know where you placed it in the world? Like,
I don't know. I wouldn't think it was possible until recently I tried. Have you seen the ruler app on the fucking phones nowadays?
Yeah, dude, it comes with it.
That's insane. I didn't realize that shit was like. I feel like if you can do that, then you can have like the positional awareness to like.
Those rulers are kind of whack though. I tried doing that with my blinds. Totally didn't work. I'm gonna file a class action lawsuit.
False advertisement.
for having to go to Walmart twice. But anyways, yeah, that looks all right. It's coming May 17th.
Yeah. So what you got?
Or not coming May 17th. It'll be announced on the Minecraft website
Yes.
May 17th.
Yeah.
Anyways, Monster Hunter World is Capcom's best-selling game of all time.
Really?
Yes, the publisher has revealed this.
Wow.
As part of the company's financial year 18 and 19 results, it was confirmed the PS4, Xbox One, and PC RPG has shipped over 12 million units.
That's so surprising. I don't know.
You think so?
Yeah, I can't believe it's beating out like Resident Evil 2 remake and shit like that. You know what I mean? I guess because it's so popular in like Japan and stuff.
Oh, it's very popular in Japan. Not only that, it's like a game that's kept up with. There's a lot of people that like to jump into these games that have like a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't play it for very long, like they just get it.
I'm just surprised that Resident Evil isn't somewhere on the top of that list. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's Capcom's biggest.
That doesn't
moneymaker.
mean that it's not on the top.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean it does, doesn't it? If
No,
that's
no,
the
you
top
said
one.
somewhere on the top.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it could be second.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, I'm just surprised it's not the top. Excuse me.
Gotcha. It says Capcom said with total shipments breaking 12 million units, marking a record high for any single title in the company's history. The statement also revealed horror remake Resident Evil. My God, dear Lord, where are you? No, Resident Evil 2 has shipped over 4 million units, while Devil
Only
May Cry
4
5.
million?
Yeah, Devil May Cry 5 has shipped 2 million.
Oh,
No.
I've heard Devil May Cry 5 is sick, dude. I've heard it's
Yeah.
really, really good.
A lot of people
It's
like
one
it.
of those things that I probably would never pick up unless it was on sale. But with all the praise it's been getting, another home run out of the park for Capcom, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Another 2 mil. But note, shipped only refers to units delivered to retailers, not through to consumers. These sales have helped the company record pre-tax profits of 18 billion yen, or 164 US millions. No, an increase of 13% over last year. But yeah, so I think it's kind of weird that they're just talking about the units shipped and not about like how much is sold.
Yeah.
It's like, so if there's 20 million, then the max would be 20 million that you could like purchase, you know? It's like, or sell. So like, how much are they selling? You know, it's like probably not even close to that.
No, probably not, but probably a lot. I don't know. It'd be
feel
interesting to look at the actual sales versus the units shipped, and also like the regional sales, like to see what countries certain games are doing better in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And is there only like 2 million people playing video games in the world? What's happening out there?
Definitely more than 2 million people playing video games.
It's just like I always hear these sales reports and they're just like, oh, it's like, wow, this game had 50 million units shipped over its entire life. I'm like, that's not a lot to me, in my opinion. Over like 2 decades, only 50 million people bought this game. You know, it's like, that's a small number. That's very
I guess
small
I didn't even
fucking
think
number.
about that.
It's like how many billions of people live on the planet, and then how many billions of people have lived on the planet and died since the decades that it's the like Super Mario's been out or whatever. And it's like, fuck, we're still niche, dude. I could be wrong though. Anyways,
no, that's pretty real. So it says here. I won't go into this whole article, but Fortnite had a big event recently, and everybody was like went into this mysterious fucking portal, and they got to vote on something to come out of the vault, which is like there's tons of fucking items that are in the vault, and they had like 3 that they voted on. Everybody voted, got a Tommy gun out of the vault. Now you can play with it again in the game. It's a gun they took out, but it's like a bunch of people didn't get to do it. You know, like it was supposed to trigger
like
the event.
a little upset about this.
I didn't even try, but I would have been pretty bummed if I had been sitting up all night waiting for the event and then I didn't get to do it. But they put a replay of the actual event in the thing, so you can like watch it happen again if you want. Like a volcano blows up and destroys part of the map, and they have a little cutscene and stuff. So you can replay the cutscene, and also As a freebie for your troubles, Epic is giving away the Arcana glider, which is worth like 1,200 V-Bucks, which is like $12 in real life. So definitely worth getting. If you already bought the Arcana glider, they'll give you your 1,200 V-Bucks back, so you can go buy something else with that. So
nice. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, and I think yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Bayonetta developer Platinum Games has teased that one of its next projects may be unlike anything. See, this article says anything it has made before, but I think they mistakenly wrote that. It's that it may be unlike anything ever made before. Because studio Atsushi Inaba told Video Game Chronicle that he's aware that's a claim that is often said, but he really means it. Quote, "Right now, we're in the middle of designing something that has never been done before," he said. "I know a lot of people say that, but the game we're working on truly is unlike anything else. Even for our varied history of veteran game developers, this is something that has never been designed before. So, from a game design perspective, we're very excited right now." And that's all Inaba had to say on the subject. It's unclear when the studio may formally announce the title. Whatever the case, Inaba said 2019 is an incredibly important year for Platinum Games. Without speaking directly to the number of titles we may or may not announce, Without speaking directly to the number of titles we may or may not announce, I can say it's going to be a year of some major new approaches, new challenges, and new methods for us.
I like that. I like when game developers don't really have shit to say, but they're just so excited about their game that they can't contain it and they have to say something. It's like, that's when you know that something special's cooking up.
Yeah, unless it's Cliff Bleszinski.
I think even Cliffy, in his heart of hearts, thought that Lawbreakers was going to be something special. I really think so.
I think he wanted it to be something special. I mean, he's like that kid that's like always been trying to get like his mixtape out to people, and like he's always like, "Yo, dude, it's so fucking fire, dude."
I think that's the problem. He gives off that vibe, you know? Like, I think that Lawbreakers would have been more successful if he wasn't tied to the project.
Yeah, if his face wasn't on the front of it. Yeah. He's like, "Yo, dude," he's like, "I'm about to play with fucking Lil Wayne and like 3 other people," and you know for a fact he's not. He's just making this shit up. You know, like Lil Wayne hasn't done a show in like 10 years. No, I'm just kidding. But like, it's just like, I just see it. I just see that kind of guy with Cliffy B. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited for Platinum Games to show us something we've never seen. Could it be the next Battle Royale? You know, could it be? Probably not.
I hope it's like the next Battle Royale for single player. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that like the Battle Royale genre. I just mean like some kind of genre-defining thing. You know how like when God of War came out, like there were 1 million clones? Or like when Grand Theft Auto came out, there's 1 million clones? Or
like when Battle Royale came out and there was like 1 million clones?
Exactly.
Yes.
I want that same kind of mania, craze sparked from a single-player game.
I'll tell you what needs to be done. I'll tell you what hasn't been done.
What?
And it hasn't been done in movies yet, as far as I know. And it needs to be done. Zombosaurs.
Dude.
Dinosaur zombies, dude.
Okay.
They're all dead.
I like that.
Bring them back.
What about a movie where it starts out... Okay, what if this is the Time Splitters movie?
Oh, my God, dude.
And it starts out and they fucking like fall into a time machine and they end up in the future and there's zombies everywhere. And they're like, "We gotta fix the time machine." They fix the time machine and like 2 zombies come back in time with them, right?
Holy shit.
And then they like fucking go forward in time again.
And there's a shit ton of zombies again. And they're like, "Fuck, this time let's make sure there's not any left."
But there's also zombie dinosaurs and shit.
Oh my
Because when the meteor fell, it didn't kill the dinosaurs because they were already fucking zombies.
They were already... No, it did kill them, but it just made them ripe for zombie. But yeah, so like, can you imagine though? Or it could be called...
I can totally imagine.
It could be dinosaurs or something.
That's genius, dude.
I've been thinking about this. I've been stewing on it. We need to make that movie.
I'm gonna make that movie, dude.
Right, let's write a book, and then people can make the movie for us. Okay. Anyways,
let's see. Okay, we talked about Ghost Recon. Warner Brothers live-action Detective Pikachu movie hits theaters this week, and Niantic is celebrating its premiere with a special event in Pokemon Go. Beginning today, May 7th at 1 p.m. So that's already
today.
Happened.
As we're recording.
Yeah. Players will have a chance to capture Pokemon from the upcoming film, including a new shiny Pokemon and even Detective Pikachu himself.
You just catch Ryan Reynolds in a ball.
From May 7th to 17th, Pokemon that star in the Detective Pikachu movie, such as Bulbasaur, Snubbull, Psyduck, Jigglypuff, and Aipom, will appear in the movie in the wild more frequently than normal. Some movie Pokemon will also appear as raid bosses, and players will have a chance of coming across a shiny Aipom. On top of that, a Pikachu wearing a detective's hat may photobomb any Go Snapchats you take. If that happens, you'll have a chance to catch it. Beyond the increased Pokemon spawns, you'll earn twice the usual amount of XP for every Pokemon you capture during the Detective Pikachu event. Niantic is also distributing special field research tasks at Pokestops, and there are Detective Pikachu-themed clothing items for purchase from the Style Shop, including a shirt featuring the film's logo and a detective hat with Pikachu ears.
Speaking of which, I saw that Reebok is doing, not Reebok, it's Adidas is doing a Pokemon line.
Really?
Like a little thing, and they got these classic looking Adidas with Squirtle on them, and then one with Pikachu. It looks dope as fuck.
Oh, that's tight. I really want to go see Detective Pikachu. It comes out on May 10th.
That comes out this free day, dude.
I know. I'm gonna go see it.
We need to go see that,
dude. Yeah, I'm down. Hit me up.
I will hit you up.
All about that life. I don't think Audra's gonna want to go see it with me. I really don't. I think I'm gonna have to.
Why?
I don't know, man.
What? No, she's gonna go see it. We're gonna force her to see it.
I already have to go see fucking Avengers, man. I've been wanting to go see that, and she won't go see that with me.
I could understand that though. I wouldn't go see Avengers with you.
Sure, yeah.
You're gonna be alone on that.
I know. I might actually have to go alone.
Just kidding. No, but yeah, we definitely need to see that and give our review because I hear it's good. Yeah, and I'm ready for that.
Yeah. You got any more news? I got some more.
Yeah, so EA has announced that we'll be treated to the first gameplay reveal for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order soon. The company plans on unveiling the gameplay reveal next month during EA Play 2019.
Hope it looked better than the trailer.
Yeah, the animation looked kind of bad, but the game
looks fun. I don't care if it looks like fucking Knights of the Old Republic as long as the story's good.
Yeah, give me a good story. Give me some good gameplay, and I'm me.
Okay, so I'm going to hit 2 on you real quick because this one's short. Okay. I don't have the exact list or anything because there's just way too much shit, but there's a whole bunch of really good deals on pre-owned games at GameStop. So if you're in the market for some pre-owned goodness, they're all marked down $15, $20, tons and tons of fucking pre-owned games.
Yeah.
The only thing you're not going to find good deals on is Switch games. Pretty much, except Bayonetta, I think, is on sale for $35 or something like that.
They're trying to liquidate some of them assets.
Yeah, dude. So go pick you up some games on the cheap, you know. Also, let's see.
Cheap.
Last week, Respawn Entertainment announced continued plans to deal with Apex Legends cheaters. We kind of talked about this last week.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to mention that the total bans are now at 770,000 players. Wow. Which last week it was 200 or 300,000 or something.
That's almost as many, almost as much as the amount shipped for fucking that game from Capcom. Just banned, dude. They're trying to get rid of their people.
They don't give a fuck. Well, they do. They do give a fuck. They're trying really hard to make
that's all I'm just saying. They got that money though.
Yeah, and they specifically said they're not afraid to spend it. They were talking about, we've got the resources to get rid of these cheaters, and we're gonna exploit it to the fullest, and blah blah blah.
There's hiring hitmen and stuff.
It's guys downloading a cheat program and just a bullet comes through the window.
Just splats on his computer screen. You just hear his wife. Oh my god! It's Jimmy. Yeah, and then
shouldn't have cheated.
Shouldn't have cheated. They hand $1 million to the president, and then they're good. Anyways, wait, is it me?
It's you.
So the popular competitive esport Rocket League has become the latest victim of review bombing, following news that developer Psyonix is being acquired by Epic Games. Concerns that the acquisition would mean the game will be pulled from Steam led to a flurry of negative reviews on the platform, before Steam's new anti-bombing tool was deployed to stop it.
Oh shit! They finally busted out the anti-bombing tool?
They had to on the last one Epic acquired too. Steam reviews recently dipped from very positive down to mixed. That prompted Steam to implement its tool that excludes periods of off-topic review activity from the aggregate score. The negative reviews are still visible, and they almost universally reference the Epic acquisition, but they're no longer counted in the average. Concerns about the game's exclusivity stemmed from a statement via The Verge that mentioned the game will be coming to the Epic Games Store later this year. It said, in the meantime, it will still be available for purchase on Steam, and that thereafter it will continue to be supported. Reportedly through the release of patches and DLC. That gave the impression that once it appears on the Epic Store, it will be pulled from the Steam storefront, though no formal announcement has been made. First off, once again, everybody is jumping to the side of corporate Steam over here. Like how dare you? You know, like Steam is not your friend.
Yeah, that's like defending Walmart or some shit.
Yeah, like you guys sound like those old people that are like, all these new businesses moving in are destroying the culture. That's what you sound like. Just like it's like healthy competition is okay.
I think we're just at a time where if you're a PC gamer, it might be smart to download both launchers.
Or,
you know what I mean?
You know, hear me out on this. There's a conspiracy. Just kidding.
Oh shit! It all goes back to Sonya fucking Microbox, dude.
Sonya Nintendo.
Yeah, dude.
Like because the government was coming down on Steam. You know, they were like, "Hey, you're starting to look a little bit like a monopoly." So they were like, okay, we're going to put out this game. It's going to be the biggest shit that ever happened. It's going to be called Battle Royale.
Are you sure, Miss Nintendox?
Do I look like I'm fucking around? But anyways, yeah, so that's what happened, guys. The truth.
Yeah.
Stay woke. Brent, what do you got?
So I'm going to hit you with the twofer again because I got two short ones. The first one is not really much of an article. I just saw an article that was GameSpot kind of like praising the Oculus Quest. They did like a review of it. And I thought I would read this like a little quote and tell you guys to go check out the article because it's pretty good. They said, this is a quote from the GameSpot article. I almost think of the Oculus Quest as the Nintendo Switch VR. It's not the most powerful piece of hardware, but its portability and ease of use make it stand out against existing platforms while delivering a new way to enjoy games. I thought that was pretty interesting, and it kind of made me want one. I'm like, all right, I love my Nintendo Switch, even though, you know, like, I would rather play a lot of games on the Switch just because I can take it with me. Like, Mortal Kombat's a great example. You know? Yeah. Like, I know it's a little lower quality on the Switch, but I'd still rather have it on the Switch just so I can take it to like the friend's house or bust off a little Joy-Con, hand it over, you know, like
it's easy access.
Easy access.
That's what we need here. Easy access. I agree. I want to check that out.
Yeah.
So the Strong Museum has announced the 2019 round of inductees into its World Video Game Hall of Fame. This year's inductees include Windows Solitaire, Mortal Kombat, Super Mario Kart, and Colossal Cave Adventure. They were selected by a panel of experts from a pool that also included Centipede, Dance Dance Revolution, Half-Life, Myst, NBA 2K, Sid Meier's Civilization, Candy Crush Saga, and Super Smash Bros. Melee. Those titles will have a chance to enter the hall next year. So you're telling me out of Half-Life and Super Smash Bros. Melee, they chose
Windows Solitaire.
Like,
what is Colossal Cave Adventure? Excuse me for being uncultured and unknowledgeable about video games.
I don't know. I feel like that's a recent release. I mean, because
I don't know about that. Let me click on my link to it here.
Okay, you do that.
Colossal Cave Adventure.
When did it come out?
Average rating 6.2.
Why was it on that list?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it. It's for the Commodore 64.
Oh, very recent. So it's like a classic, like old computer game.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm trying to find, I can't find any, pictures. Oh, well.
It's because they didn't have graphics back then.
Oh, shit.
Still black and white, dude.
Well, that's pretty cool, though. I hope Myst gets in there next year. I love that game. I think it deserves a spot, especially Half-Life. I'm amazed Half-Life isn't already there.
Yeah, what the fuck? That would have been like day one.
Let's see.
Anyways, yeah.
Cloud gaming is poised to potentially be the next big thing for gaming, and one of the companies that stands to benefit the most is Activision Blizzard, according to CEO Robert Kotick. In an earnings call, Kotick said new platforms like Google Stadia are good for gaming to help grow the market, but these platforms can't succeed without content. Activision Blizzard owns and controls decades worth of content, and that positions the company uniquely, Kotick said. When you own 30 years of IP like we do, there's probably never been a better time to be in the games business, Kotick said.
We talked about this. This was whenever, yeah, because he was feeling a little insecure there. He had to come out and say that. Yeah, he was basically calling big doo-doo heads. Yeah, he's like, yeah, but why would you want to play with them when you could play with us, though?
I don't know if that's what he's saying, is it?
Yeah, he's talking about Google Stadia. Well,
he's saying that Google Stadia needs Activision and stuff to cooperate, and that he's expecting a big payday off of it, basically.
Wait. Isn't Kotick the Xbox guy?
No, this is Activision's CEO.
Okay, so we're talking. Okay,
this is a different
bad.
thing.
I thought we were talking about the guy who was like.
You're talking about the dude who is basically saying xCloud is going to be better than.
Yeah, he was saying we got third party support and they don't. I thought that's what he was talking about.
Well, according to this, they might get third party support because he's saying let's see. He said when you have 30 years, when these big, well-funded companies are building out platforms where they have limited amounts of content to actually serve up to customers, I'd say there's a great opportunity for a company like ours. For starters, they will all try to broaden the audience for gaming and make big investments and commitments to doing so, and that's just helpful for growing the market, Kotick added.
Yeah, but who's Kotick? Where's he from? Go back up.
He is the CEO of Activision. Activision Blizzard, Robert Kotick.
Yeah, but they're not putting out a...
He's saying that Activision has 30 years worth of games since they incepted as a company.
He's saying it's good for them.
Yeah, he's saying they could sell their roster of games to Stadia and have every Activision game ever just
that is smart.
On their roster.
But you can't just go selling it willy-nilly. You got to figure out who you're going to give it to.
And you got to sell every game at a different price, probably. Some games, properties are worth a lot more than others, probably,
Well, what if you could just get every Activision Blizzard game at one location?
That would be fucking amazing, dude. Can you imagine how much shit you would have to play if you just, had the active... if Activision just did that. They're like, all right, every Activision game ever.
But on Google Stadia.
That would be worth getting Stadia for by itself. There's so many Activision games out there.
That's true.
Every Tony Hawk game, every fucking
You wouldn't know because Neversoft.
Oh, you're right. Wasn't Neversoft and Activision working together though?
I think Neversoft was Activision or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember what happened.
I think you're right.
But something happened with that little eyeball in the nail. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't know. I don't know. I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if that stuff's going down, that would be pretty cool.
Anyways, you finish all the news because I'm out of news.
Okay, I mean, basically, did we talk about Rocket League?
Yes.
Okay, then other than that, yeah, that's it.
Sweet. News over.
News over.
We're jumping into this week's releases where I'm going to let you guys...
do I do free
secret
games?
News?
Or do we wait for that?
That's after.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
God damn it, Brent.
No,
just kidding. Now they're going to know this is a stage show, dude. So this week's releases, you guys are going to find out what brand new games are coming out in the next 7 days.
Oh, shit.
Okay, starting off with Life is Strange 2, Episode 3, Wastelands.
About fucking time. 4 months later,
Yeah, right?
Then we gotta wait another 4 months for the fucking next episode.
Keeps you on your tippy toes.
Keeps me forgetting what the fuck happened in the last episode.
Previously on Life is Strange 2.
It better have a segment like that. If there's not some kind of like previously on Life, I'm gonna be so fucking confused. Like,
I could see it. It'll be there, dude. That's coming May 9th to everything that it's been on. And then we got Yakuza Kiwami 2 coming to PC on May 9th for $29.99.
Interesting.
Yes. 1 year after the 10 billion yen incident, Kazuma Kiryu begins to build a peaceful life with Haruka Sawamura. Well, that's spoilers for the end of the first game.
Right.
Tearing him away.
Fuck.
Tearing him away. Assassination threatens to erupt in an all-out war between the Tojo clan and the Ami Alliance. Kiryu, the Dragon of Dojima, must travel to Sotenbori, Osaka, in an attempt to broker peace between the rival clans. But Ryuji Goda, known as the Dragon of Kansai, will stop at nothing to get his war. Anyways,
that's one of those games that I really want to try.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I think if I do try it, I'll probably start with Yakuza 0 because I've heard that it's pretty good and that it's technically the first, like the
canonically.
Prequel. Canonically, yeah. But like, also I've heard that Kiwami is good, but it's like a remake of a PS1 game or something. So like, there's like obvious like, you know, technical issues like because it's such an old game.
That doesn't bother me if the story's good and it feels good.
But I think I'd rather play like the more technically superior one, so I like develop a like love for the characters and stuff. I think that would make me power through the like, you know, obviously less technically superior one. I don't know. But then again, I haven't tried any of them. I know they got a big following though.
Yeah, for sure. Then we got Masquerada, Songs and Shadows, coming to Switch on May 9th for $19.99. Masquerada, Songs and Shadows is a 2.5D isometric RPG built in the vein of Baldur's Gate and Dragon Age, where you can pause combat to plan tactics for your party. Set in a Venetian-inspired fantasy city of Ombre, where rare masks are the key to casting magic. Masquerada is dressed in the colors and style of French comic books and vivid games like Bastion.
I feel like Baldur's Gate and Dragon Age are very, very different games. Like,
they
like
are.
Literally the only thing they have in common is that you can pause time to plan your attack. Like,
and
they're like different
RPGs.
styles. Like one's like top down and one's like over the shoulder. Like,
but this one's a mix.
Is it?
It's 2.5D isometric.
Shit, dude.
No, but
it's like Dragon Age if you zoomed out a little bit, but not all the way out.
At like a weird angle.
Not like Baldur's Gate out, but like, you know.
They're basically the same game. Then we got Saints Row the Third, the full package.
Ooh, for Switch?
Coming to Switch,
yes.
May 10th for $39.99.
That's going to be a pickup for me because of the multiplayer.
Yeah, it's got co-op.
I want to play co-op with somebody. I really do.
I'll buy it.
I'll play that whole fucking
co-op
game with you if you play fucking co-op.
Is it co-op from... we need to Google that and make sure it's actually co-op story.
I'll watch a review on IGN or something. I'm sure they'll talk about it. But, like... I love that game, man. I think that's the best Saints Row game. It was the perfect balance of wacky and like old Saints Row, you know?
Yeah.
4 got too crazy with it, you know?
Yeah, it didn't feel good either. It just felt pointless.
Yeah, 3 was great though. Like 3 had some really unique vehicles too, like that other games did later after 3 did it, but like 3 did it first, you know? Like there's this bike that you can get that like hovers like a helicopter, but it also flies like a jet depending on what like flying mode you're in.
Yeah.
It's so fucking sick, dude.
Imagine being able to do that on the Switch.
And that game came out, I think that came out around the time Grand Theft Auto 4 came out. And there was just so much more shit you could do than Grand Theft Auto 4, in my opinion. I don't know.
No, I think it was GTA 5.
Was it? Nah, I think
it
came out before GTA 5 for sure. It's an older game.
But it was like in the middle. GTA 4 was like last gen, like beyond last gen.
Yeah, but it was like around the same time that it came out, I think.
No, because it was on Xbox.
Maybe I'm tripping. I'm probably tripping.
Yeah, maybe I'm
Saints
tripping.
Row 3 came out on 360.
Yeah, it did.
Originally.
But Saints Row 4...
Saints Row 4 came out on both.
Yeah, it was like the Xbox One was already out, right?
Yeah, but I think it came out on 360 and 1 like a little later.
Wow,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that.
No, I think you're right. That's crazy. It's that old.
I know they did like the Saints Row 4, and then it was like the re-elected one that was like a remastered version.
Gat Out of Hell and all that shit.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we got Snaky Bus coming to PC on May 10th for $9.99. Become the bus driver of the most unusual vehicle on the streets in Snaky Bus. The length of your bus grows as you pick up more people. Snaky Bus requires a balance between reflexes and forethought.
So it's Snake.
Yeah, weave through the city streets and pick up as many passengers as you can. Drop your passengers at their destinations to cash in. The more people you drop off, the more your bus grows in length. Play smart and avoid crashing into yourself. So it is Snake, but it's like 3D, like
with like extra little elements added into it.
No, imagine like Driver.
Yeah,
but like you're driving through the city like super
Crazy
fast.
Taxi. But Snake.
No, I guess. Like, okay, imagine like there's like cities, like kind of like in Crazy Taxi, like you see towers all around you stuff, but you're like weaving in and out of like towers and stuff and trying not to. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That sounds tight. I would fuck with it. I like Snake though. That was one of my favorite like old.
Yeah, same.
Or Centipede or whatever. It
was a good mobile game.
Yeah,
dude.
for sure.
For the time, it was basically a mobile game.
I'm getting the Nokia brick phones.
dude.
Playing that shit.
Hell
dude.
Yeah, that and Brick Breaker.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then we got Darkwood coming to PS4, Switch, and Xbox One on May 14th.
I've actually heard about this. This is supposed to be scary, right?
I believe so. But
it looks pretty good.
This has different release dates though, so it's coming PS4 on May 14th, Switch May 16th, and then Xbox One on May 17th. But it'll all be for $14.99. Darkwood is a challenging top-down survival horror game. Craft weapons, prepare traps, fortify hideouts. You'll explore and scavenge the eerie forest of the Soviet bloc by day.
It's definitely not what I thought it was. I'm sorry.
No.
I was thinking of a different game.
Then hunker down in your hideout at night. With nightmarish forces corrupting the woods, wait and pray for the sun to come up the next morning. Darkwood. Anyway, so then we got Sniper Elite V2 Remastered coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on May 14th for $34.99. The sequel to the highly acclaimed 2005 game Sniper Elite V2 Heroes is on an authentic, or not Heroes, but V2 Remastered is an authentic World War II sniping experience by putting them in the middle of the war-torn Berlin amidst the frenzied final blah, 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 blah. You don't know what the fucking game is. And then we got Rage 2 coming to PS4.
Oh, finally.
Xbox One, PC, and not Switch. May 14th for $59.99. Yeah.
I'm excited about that one, man. That's definitely... I mean, I'll probably watch a few reviews. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you need to because from what I've heard, like, it's been mixed. Like people, people who have played it, at first they were saying it was horrible. Now some people are saying it's like
somebody said it was horrible.
Yeah, they were saying like it was not playing very well.
Whoa, I saw something that was saying that it was like not gonna run at full 1080p on Xbox, like the original. Xbox.
It's 900p.
Yeah, and then on PS4 it's 1080p, and then on PC, I think it's gonna run like 4K and shit, obviously.
Yeah.
But dude, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, because they made it look like it was gonna be like beautiful.
I mean, it might still be beautiful,
just not as beautiful as it could be.
I think they might be more worried about like frame rate and stuff. You know what I mean? I think the sacrifices might have to be made a little bit as far as like.
Yeah.
And I think you can still make it look good. I mean, you can make 720p look good if you want to. It's just
True.
a matter of like, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see for sure.
Definitely. A Plague Tale: Innocence is coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on May 14th for $49.99. A Plague Tale: Innocence is an action-adventure game developed by Asobo Studio and published by Focus Home Interactive. And then we got My Big Sister coming to Vita on May 14th for $5.99. I'm not. You meet Lucy, a sarcastic 12-year-old girl with a playful sense of humor. Okay, that's what you get. That's what I'm going to tell you about it because it's coming to Vita and none of y'all are going to play it. Nobody's going to play that. Anyways, Descenders is coming to Xbox One and PC on May 7th for $24.99. Descenders is extreme downhill free riding for the modern era with procedurally generated worlds and where mistakes have real consequences. Players are thrown into the high-octane world of downhill biking, where every jump, whip, and scrub will earn rep points for you and your team, but with the risk that you might lose it all with just one badly timed landing. Yeah. Then we got Legend of the Tetrarchs, Tetrarchs, coming to Xbox One, PC, mobile on May 8th for $8.99. The holy sword that sealed away an ominous power has been drawn out, and darkness starts to spill out across the land, mutating people into monsters. The 4 Tetrarch heroes of ancient times will meet a new band of brave warriors to slash through the darkness with the light of courage. Sounds like Zelda. Like 4 swords. And then we got Brief Battles coming to Xbox One, PS4, and Switch and PC on May 7th. Couldn't find a price for this, but conquer your foes with flaming hot pants, buns of steel, toxic tighty-whities, and more in Brief Battles, a party game with a cheeky twist. Start battles with nothing but your buns to slam and squish those in your sights. Scramble to grab super-powered undies to embrace the power of the butt and gain an underwear-fueled edge over your friends as you strive to prove who has the mightiest buns. Woodle Tree Adventures is coming to Xbox One on May 8th for $2.99. Woodle Tree Adventures is an old-school platforming game with a catchy and unique art style. Explore a total of 6 worlds and save the lands with the magical water drops you'll find through your journey, bringing back peace and balance and finally becoming the new hero. Then we got Lovecraft's Untold Stories coming to Switch, Xbox One, and PC on May 10th for $14.99.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a RPG, but
Okay.
it's like it's an action roguelite with RPG elements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get to explore randomly generated levels based on H.P. Lovecraft's stories and stuff. So like fight cultists and all kinds of monsters from the mythos.
Sweat.
Yeah, you get to improve your gear and like solve puzzles and find clues and knowledge and to defeat the great old ones.
Cool.
Yeah. And then we got Astrologaster coming to PC and mobile on May 9th for $4.99. Astrologaster is an I just drowned. Astrologaster is an astrological comedy game based on the case books of real-world historical figure Simone Foreman. Okay, and then we got Rock of Ages 2, Bigger and Bolder. Get it? Because it's like rock. Boulder. Coming to Switch May 14th for $14.99. The genre-bending Rock of Ages, the part tower defense, part racing, part art history lesson, and all smashing game from Ace Team returns with new gameplay, co-op, and competitive modes, and more in Rock of Ages 2, Bigger and Bolder. And then we got Figment coming to PS4 on May 14th for $19.99. Figment is a surreal and isometric adventure game that takes place deep inside the subconscious mind. In a world with unique environments, strange creatures, and filled with songs and music, the player must take control of the brave but grumpy Dusty to explore the strange world and face the fears of the mind. Then we got Red Out coming to Switch on May 14th for $34.99. Red Out is a stylish, futuristic racer, bringing back the speed and vertigo of genuine arcade racing. Get in the ship and slam that throttle. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got For the King coming to Xbox One on May 10th for $19.99. The king is dead, murdered by an unknown assailant. Now the one peaceful kingdom of Fanhul is in chaos.
Oh, man.
And then we got Dragon Fang Z, or Dragon Fangs, but the Rose of Dungeon of Time, or the Rose and Dungeon of Time, coming to Xbox One May 10th for $24.99. Rose is a human and half dragon. One day she wanders into a world called Tree of Time with a fairy instead of her parents. In the roguelike game Dragon Fang Z, your courage and growth will be the power you need to clear a dangerous dungeon.
Whoa.
And then we got Ascendance coming to Xbox One, Switch, PC, May 10th for $3.99. Ascendance is a calming, relaxing, and minimalist first-person 3D platformer. Shape your way with mysterious abilities and rise with the enchanted wind platforms beyond the skies within a world which evolves and transforms around you. And then we got Super Space Serpent coming to Xbox One and PC on May 10th for $9.99. Inspired by classic arcade games, Super Space Serpent puts you in control of the prototype spaceship Serpent. Move through the different levels of the multiverse to defend our universe against the evil invaders. And then we got The Adventures of Bertram Fiddle, Episode 1, A Dreadly Business, coming to Xbox One on May 8th for $4.99. The Adventures of Bertram Fiddle is a hilarious tongue-in-cheek point-and-click adventure game that mixes the classic formula up with riveting action elements, all weaved together lovingly by Rumpus Animation.
Rumpus.
Yeah, the Adventures of Bertram Fiddle, Episode 1, a dreadly business. Sounds like if you took J.K. Rowling and the fucker who wrote the goddamn a series of unfortunate books and just like made them fuck each other, and then like they just like whatever their baby said, that's what it would say. Their baby's like, oh yes, the Adventures of Bertram Fiddle. A dreadly business, I would say. A rumpus animation. Like, that's how I imagine that happening. And then they abort it. But anyways, let's get into the next part of the show.
Oh, man.
Okay. Yeah, so
what do we got next? Free games?
Yeah, it's free games. That's why I was waiting.
No, it's okay. So check it out. Free games for PlayStation for May coming up. We got Overcooked coming.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a good one right there.
That is a really good one.
And we got What Remains of Edith Finch, which is awesome. I played it recently. It's fucking sick. If you like stories in games, this is a good one right there.
If you like walking simulators.
Yeah, it's very walking simulator-y. I would equate it to something like Firewatch or something. If you don't have the patience for that kind of thing,
it's like Firewatch on drugs.
Yeah, it's really trippy. It's like Firewatch, but dealing more with like death, life and death kind of thing. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. Firewatch had a lot of that too.
Yeah, lots of life and death in there.
But I don't know. It's really interesting. It's definitely worth playing. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's free, so you know you can always check it out and see if it grabs you or not. You know.
Faux show.
And yeah. So I guess that moves us on to current.
Currently playing. I was going to jump into the topic. My bad. Okay, so we're all off on the format today.
Dude, we are. It's just we're jumbled up.
Jumbled, dude.
It's a jumbly day.
So currently playing. What are you playing? What are you playing, dog?
So I finished Arkham Knight, which is what I was playing last week, but I didn't finish it.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember.
So I beat the game. Masterpiece.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Absolutely. Almost perfect game. It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Okay. All right.
Like I can't overstate how good this game is.
I mean,
go get it.
You're doing it right now. No, just kidding. No, I haven't played it.
It's really, really good. I'm not even that big of a Batman fan, and it's fucking really good. But you know, I finished that, and I've got this big hole in my heart, and I'm like, okay. I kind of want to play something other than Batman for a little bit, you know? Because I've got Batman Origins, Arkham Origins, you know?
Yeah, give us
ready
some time.
to go, you know? But I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait a little bit because there's no way, first of all, there's no way Origins is as good as Night. Like, it's just not possible. That game was so good, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's going to leave me disappointed if I play it right away, you know? So I moved on. I've been trying to find something else to play. I went to GameStop and I bought Cuphead, I got a gift card and I got Cuphead and I got Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, on
Hell
Switch.
Yeah, dude.
So I've been playing that. I'm fucking pretty good at that game,
dude. I was pretty good too.
I beat a few of the bosses like right off the jump, and like, did they have a simple mode on Xbox?
No.
Okay, so on Switch, if you can't beat a boss or something, there's like you can switch it to simple mode, right? And you can, like, beat the boss in simple mode, and, like, it won't give you, like, the soul contract for that boss, but it'll let you progress further in the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Come back.
Yeah, but also, the simple mode is a good way to, like, train yourself, because it'll get you, you know how, like, most of the bosses have that, like, last final stage that's pretty quick to beat, but it's, like, this insane rush of just
shit? You can learn what it is?
Well, it will exclude that final stage, so you can focus all your energy on getting to the final stage with your, like, 3 or 4, you know, hearts or whatever, as opposed to, like, just losing them all and then getting there. Because, like, if I can get to that last stage, then I can figure it out usually.
So you've been using simple mode, bro?
Well, no, I just use it to, like, learn the format. I'm still going over, like, as soon as I beat it in simple mode, I'm like, yay, small victory, and then I restart in the hard mode and, like, continue, you know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
So it's like a training tool for me.
Okay.
Usually I start it in the hard mode, because some of them I just beat with the hard mode on right off the bat, you know?
Yeah.
I'll give it, like, 3 or 4 tries with the hard mode. If I can't do it, I'll go to simple for a little bit, and then I'll come back to it. You know,
we need to be co-oping this.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying, man. I can't find anybody to play with me except my girlfriend's brother's son, who wanted to play with me, but it was like a bad time. But soon I'll find somebody to play with me, and we need to jump on it. You know what I'm saying? But I've been playing a little Final Fantasy VII too, not much, just like started it up and played through like the first boss, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's Final Fantasy VII, it's fun. It's got the same little features like you were talking about with 9, where you can like speed it up and skip encounters and stuff if you want, you know?
Nice.
Which is pretty good. It's really convenient for the random encounter thing. That's so annoying sometimes.
Yeah, dude. For real. Especially whenever they don't tell you where you're supposed to be going.
Yes.
And like you just have to walk around and get randomly encountered until you figure out where the fuck you're going.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that I got Cuphead, because that one is, first of all, it looks beautiful on the Switch.
Dude, yeah.
And it plays really good, and it's just a cool game. I'm really happy with it. Let's see what else I've been playing. I've been kind of like going through a bunch of games on Game Pass. I played a bunch of shit that I don't even feel like it's worth talking about, just trying it. And then I played this game called Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, where you're like
a classic game, right?
I think it's like the Shantae series is classic. This one's like a more modern one. But it's kind of like made to look classic. Like it's all pixel art with like nicer, more detailed art as the backgrounds. It's really cool. It's a platformer. It's really simple. You just like whip your hair and you do all this platforming shit, but it's just like really well made. It's like a really solid platformer.
I know Shantae is a game that on Game Boy Color, I believe, is one of the rarest Game Boy Color games there is. And like
really?
It was like really well made, and like people loved it so much, and it's worth like, I could be wrong, but I think this was the one that's worth like $700 or $900 if you have it.
I wouldn't be surprised. It definitely has like a cult following, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I played a little bit of that, and then I went back to Wolfenstein 2 for some reason. I just saw it sitting there, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play through that, because I never finished it when I played it the other day, like last year or whatever. And I played like halfway through the game, and I just kind of gave up. So I'm kind of going through and playing Wolfenstein until I get sick of it, and I don't know. When Rage comes out, I might get that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Shantae's worth like a couple grand if you have it in the box, like
dude,
for Game Boy Color.
$2,500, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and just for the cart itself is like $700. Like if you only have the cart.
God damn, dude, that's crazy.
It's fucking dope. Anyways, but yeah. So that's what you've been playing?
Yeah, that's what I've been. What have you been playing?
So I've been playing more Monster Hunter World. I'm getting more into the
that's what I should have been playing. I'm jumping on that tonight probably.
Dude, do it, because I've been playing with a couple people. I've been playing with two different Joshes. One Josh in the group, and one Josh who's a friend at that I made at the gym, and like now he's addicted to it. It's fun, dude. It's really fun. There's some issues with the multiplayer matchmaking where like if I want to play, like go back and help with a mission or a quest that I've already done, I have to wait till you see the cutscenes in the quest before I can join your quest. Which is so fucking weird. Stupid.
Yeah, that's really stupid. You can't just jump in and out.
No, but it's still worth playing. It's worth the time that you put into it. Anyways, that, and then I tried out Wargroove.
Is that good?
It's good.
That's a free to play game, right?
No.
Okay.
Wargroove is tripping. Like it is free because it's on Game Pass, but it's like a $20 game.
I'm thinking of Warface, I think.
Warframe. You're thinking of Warframe.
Well, no, there's Warframe, but there's also one that's like a free to play like shooter. I think it's called Warface. It's like the picture is like a guy with a ski mask on. It almost looks like a Call of Duty game or something, but it's not.
I have no idea what that is.
I've never played it, so I don't really know either, but I've seen it, and I've almost played it a few times.
I don't think you'd like this one, Wargroove, because what it is what was that game called on the Game Boy? It's kind of like Fire Emblem.
Advance War.
It's Advance Wars. That's all it is.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
It's like literally just that game.
Yeah,
but
Advance Wars
like,
wasn't my favorite.
Fantasy setup, so like it's based around like this queen, having to protect her castle and stuff like that. And I'm sure the story builds up from there. I didn't put too much time into it because I played more Monster Hunter World than I did that, but it was kind of like in between. I was like, I need to play something that I can talk about. And this game has like a lot of really good reviews. You can create like your own scenarios and stuff like that and put them on the internet and stuff like that. I think on the PC one. I don't know about the Xbox one, but it's pretty cool. It's got multiplayer, whatever.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, we'll have to try that out on multiplayer. But anyways, that's it for currently playing. Let us know what you've been currently playing in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast.
Yeet.
Frozen. No, but so now we're going to jump over to the topic of the show, which this week is our top 10 PS2 games. I was not a PS2 owner, but I did play a lot of PS2 games at my friend Dakota Thornton's house.
Same.
Yeah, so and I did play some at other people's houses as well. So this will be my list of games that I enjoyed on PS2. I had to make sure that I didn't put some of the ones that I played a lot more on like my Xbox.
Yeah.
To not put it on here, or like even the GameCube one. So this list is just kind of
I have maybe one or two that will reoccur on my Xbox one for sure, but that's just because they're so good that it's like Spider-Man for PS1 and N64. It had to be on both lists. You know what I mean?
True. How do you want to do this?
We can kick it however you want to do it. I've got a lot of honorable mentions too, so after we're done, I think we should go through and...
Did you want to do those first or
No,
after?
After, because it might be on your list or something.
Oh, smart idea. Okay, I guess I'll start it off. Number 10 for me is NBA Street Volume 2. Now, I was a huge fan of like the fucking arcadey basketball games as a kid. Like, I played the shit out of those games.
Fucking good games, man.
Oh yeah, dude. I couldn't even tell you how many hours I put into that.
NBA Street was like next level though. That game was so much fun.
It was. I don't know. I remember they did NFL Street. Like, do you remember playing that game?
Oh, yeah, dude, where you're like,
You could, like, run off the walls and shit.
That was fucking sick, dude. It was like arena football, the game, basically.
Yeah.
It was tight.
And, like, all the characters look like the Hulk, basically, but, like, more, like, stylized.
Dude, yeah, it was kind of like Blitz, but less, like, random violence.
Yeah. and more wall running.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's what I got for number 10. What do you got?
So my number 10 is a little controversial, but the reason it's on my list was because the graphics were just like above and beyond anything at the time, I feel like, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because it looked like an Xbox 360 game or a PS3 game or something, but it wasn't. It was a PS2 game. It was called Black. Did you ever play Black?
Yeah, Black is on my list.
Really?
Yeah.
Black is such a good game, man. I mean, and it's not even that it's like that great of a game. Like it's like a decent shooter.
It was a first person shooter that really focused on the technical aspects of the game rather than just
it was like you could shoot doors open and like you could like you'd like miss your shot and like blow up a railing or a piece of wood off the wall or something, and that was like a big deal at the time. You know, it was like destructible environments weren't really like much of a thing except for like Red Faction and stuff, but that was all pretty simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I specifically remember like the front, like the case of
with
the
all
game.
the shell casings and stuff.
I think that was I remember it like that, but I think that was like the Game of the Year edition of it. Like the original one was just all black and it had like one bullet hole or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But I do remember the bullets or like the ammo casing everywhere at one.
Yeah, this was a tough one because my number 10 spot, there was like a million games fighting for number 10. But I felt like Black was so technically good, like as far as like graphics and stuff, that it deserved a spot. Because even like some of the best games of the era didn't look anything like it. You know what I mean? It looked like Half-Life 2 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which was amazing for the time, you know?
Definitely. Looked good. Number 9 for me was Guitar Hero. It's one of those games that it was just like it was like watching a viral video.
It was in its own right, like viral, and you know, it started a sensation. Guitar Hero was a fucking phenomenon worldwide.
Oh yeah, dude. People who didn't even fuck with video games were fucking with video games because of Guitar Hero.
It was one of those things you broke out at the party or whatever, and everybody took turns, had fun. It was crazy, like.
And then there's lots of the carry on your way.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. It exposed you to so much random music that you probably wouldn't listen to otherwise. Like
so much classic rock.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways, still lives on to this day in certain forms. But I feel sorry for the kids of today that will never know nor experience what that was like.
Man, that's so sad.
Oh yeah, dude. Very. Anyways.
So, my number 9 is going to be Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, that's a good one. Never played it.
Fucking great game. Basically, it's just all boss fights. Like, you're riding your horse around, tracking down these big giants so you can, like, kill them and save your girlfriend. But it's, like, fucking beautiful, first of all. And the boss battles are epic. I don't know. It's a beautiful, unique game. And it's still to this day a lot of fun. Like the remake doesn't really change anything gameplay wise, and it still holds up really, really well. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's
it's a good
right
one.
there. The fact that it's still fun is pretty cool.
It's like the Horizon Zero Dawn of its time.
Yeah. Kinda.
Or just like having that like first party, like, you know, or was it even first? It was just
it was
an
first
exclusive.
party. Yeah, I think it was Sony Interactive Entertainment or something like that.
Okay. And then number 8 for me is The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh, why is that not on my list?
Dude.
There was just so many good games. It's hard to narrow it to 10. Like, there were so many good PS2 games. Man, dude.
Simpsons Hit and Run
was a fucking great game.
It was one of the better Grand Theft Auto clones.
One of the better like licensed games ever made, like in my opinion. It was like you got the whole of Springfield to go explore. And like it was detailed for the time.
Oh yeah.
Know?
It was so like it was like just like the cartoon. Like it looked like you were playing.
It was actually perfect because like the Simpsons was like kind of, you know, you could render it in like a low poly count kind of like way, you know, and it would still look like the cartoon, like the show.
Yeah,
you don't have to have it ultra realistic looking, you know, like
it's very cel shaded.
It was so cool. And like the cars, there were so many cars and like characters. You could be different Simpsons characters. Yeah, Easter eggs. The story was stupid, but it was Simpsons funny, you know.
Yeah, it was true to the show, true to form.
So good.
But yeah, that's my number 8. What's your number 8?
So my number 8 might not be the most technically superior game ever, but it's so much fun in co-op. It is Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Damn, I was gonna say that, but I'm saving it for other lists. I'm on consoles that I played it more on.
Oh, okay. See, I played it on PS2 almost exclusively. I didn't even know it was on other consoles. Like, I liked all the Lord of the Rings games from this era.
Very, very good, very good games for being based off of, you know, I already lost the word for it.
I know what you mean, though. The movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, I think they're all made by, like, the same people. Because there's that same, like, level of quality in, like, the Return of the King and the Towers one.
Yeah, the only one that sucked was The Hobbit.
Yeah, The Hobbit was pretty bad.
It's pretty whack. You could only play... No. The Fellowship of the Ring was the shitty one because you played... was there The Hobbit at that point? No, I think it was Fellowship of the Ring.
No, The Hobbit was bad. They did make a Hobbit game, and it was all cartoony looking. It didn't look realistic like that.
That's not the one I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about the Fellowship of the Ring, where you only played as Frodo.
Oh, that was whack.
Yeah, very whack. And there was a multiplayer.
That was on Xbox. I played that one on Xbox. I don't know.
Yeah, it was on PS2 as well.
Well, I know
they were on all consoles at that time.
Return of the King was sick because, first of all, like the multiplayer was really what made it cool. It was kind of like a gauntlet type experience. Like you pick your Lord of the Rings character, which was tight, you know, because if you're a fan of the show, you everybody's got their own favorite, you know. So you got you and your buddy, and you're both like Legolas and Gandalf or some shit, and you're like fighting your way over the top of this tower and like kicking ladders down while people are trying to storm the castle and shit. It's a lot of fun. I don't know.
It was very much basically it was like Diablo almost.
Yeah,
you know,
it really was, with like the Lord of the Rings story just infused into it. It was pretty cool.
Very good game. Number 7 for me is Need for Speed Underground 2.
Ooh, that's a good one, man.
Yeah,
I forgot that even came out on PS2.
Yeah,
that is one of the best racing games, in my opinion.
Well, one of the best arcade racers. You know,
I really liked a lot of things about it. Like, first of all, I liked the gritty, underground feel. They did it before Tokyo Drift and all that shit made it popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was cool. And the customizing your cars with the spoilers and the neons and the fucking rims and shit. It felt cool. I don't know. You could look through your garage at all your customized cars that you've won and earned and built onto, and I don't know. It was just it was a cool feeling,
Yeah, this was around the time that Fast and the Furious was dope. Pimp My Ride was dope. I can
tell you this right now. This will probably be pretty high on my list of PSP games for sure.
Oh yeah,
it was. Sure. I played this game so much on the PSP. It was fucking unreal.
Unreal.
And the music in that game was fantastic. Almost every track was just a banger, dude. It had My Chemical Romance, Little John, fucking The Doors, Snoop Dogg, fucking
everything,
dude.
Literally. Yeah, that was my number 7. What's your number 7?
My number 7 is one that also is a sports game with great music. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
3, so I can't put 3 on this list because
you don't like 3?
No, Elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
I had to save it for the one. I probably put a good 400 hours into that game.
I was about to say 3 was amazing. I love that you can unlock Spider-Man and shit. There's just a lot going on for
Wolverine.
3.
Not Spider-Man. Spider-Man's not in 3.
No, I think he was. I think it was a console thing. I think
he wasn't in 3.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Was he in 2 or something?
He was in 2.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of 2 and 2 or X. 2X and 2.
Well, I know 3 had a lot of unlockable characters.
It had Wolverine, it had Darth Maul, and then
it had Boba Fett or some shit, right?
Boba Fett was in 4.
Oh, okay. I get them all mixed up.
Yeah, they're all basically the same game. I mean, they all have little tweaks to them, but 3, the only reason I know for a fact is because 3 I got for my 11th birthday, or 11th or 12th. And I remember the day I got it because it was at the old Hastings, and then I came directly to your house. Chelsea was there, and we played it for 2 hours. Which is funny because we weren't playing multiplayer. We were just playing single player, trying to unlock all the shit. But I just had an affinity for that game. I took it home and I would spend hours upon hours playing that game, just trying to unlock everything, trying to find all. I would just skate around in the levels, just fucking around just to do it.
Good game.
Yeah, very good game.
And the multiplayer was fun too.
Oh yeah.
That was the first one to introduce the paint the town thing, right? Where you grind on rails,
graffiti,
and it would turn everything blue. Was it graffiti?
Yeah, that's what it's called, graffiti.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's
really
red versus blue.
Yeah,
dude, good game, great game. Great music too. It had Millencolin on it.
Yeah, a lot of good punk rock and rap and stuff.
And
oh man,
had to finish that. Anyways. Yeah, so number 6 for me is one that most people are going to be like, what the fuck? But Aggressive Inline. I don't know if you remember that.
No, that is kind of a what the fuck one.
I loved playing that game when I was a kid.
I'm not hating.
I would hate. But when I was a kid, any sports game that was similar to Tony Hawk, I was just like, this is my shit. And I knew people didn't like it. I just liked it because people didn't like it.
Hey, as long as you liked it, that's all that matters.
It's so fun, dude.
I like Aggressive Inline.
Yeah, you remember that game?
Yeah, I remember it. I don't remember it being that great, but I remember it.
And could rollerblade over bugs and they just splat and shit. But anyways, yeah, that's what I put on there. And plus I needed to save some good games for my other console stuff. So what's number 6 for you?
So number 6 for me is Bully.
Nice.
Bully.
Nice.
It's a fucking great game. I can't put too many Rockstar games on there because I could just load up a whole.
You could do the entire top 10
thing
list
with Rockstar games, but Bully is really unique. It's got everything that makes the Grand Theft Auto games special, with a much more involved story. I think so, anyways. I feel like you get this Hogwarts meets Grand Theft Auto 3 vibe, and the skateboarding and the slingshots. It's just fun to have that same kind of Grand Theft Auto experience in a different setting, Yeah. I think it was the first game to like, I don't know, kind of do what Red Dead Redemption did. You know what I mean? In the respect that it's like just kind of take that formula and apply it to a different situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Manhunt had similar mechanics and stuff, but it wasn't like that.
It didn't have that
game.
theme.
Yeah.
Sweet. Number 5 for me is Dead to Rights. I don't know if you remember Dead to Rights.
I remember Dead to Rights. That's the one where you have your dog, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Such a dope game.
And you could like slow-mo jump. See, if I had to pick a slow-mo game, though, I'm always going to go with Max Payne. You know what I mean? That game is just my fucking shit, dude.
Max Payne. That I think Max Payne probably could have taken that spot.
Max Payne should have been on my list, probably. But I played that on PC most of the time when I was a kid. So I don't think about it when I think about it on consoles.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
I didn't even play it on console till like my uncle bought it on his Xbox. And I was like, oh, wow, this is on console.
Man, that game was something special, though.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, what's number 5 for you?
So number 5 for me is like a really near dear to my heart kind of game, and the sequel is coming out, I think, this year or next year. We got Psychonauts 2 at number 5. I mean, Psychonauts, just the original Psychonauts.
Was Psychonauts on PS2?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was only on, or I guess it was on PS2.
I think it came to PS2 first and then came to Xbox.
Wow.
Yeah. It looked better on Xbox, but it was PS2 as well. And honestly, man, that's just one of the greatest games ever made. This is one that's going to be on both lists, on Xbox and PS2, just because it's so near to me. Like, I love that game. Like, I really do.
It's iconic.
And I don't know, man. It's like, in my opinion, it's one of the best 3D platformers ever made. It's one of those things that, like, it's got a lot more going for it than just your normal platformer, I don't know. It's really, really good.
It's got heart. It's got heart, dude. So number 4 for me is Black. We've already talked about it, but yeah, that was my number 4. I really enjoyed that game.
I did too.
Also, there was a game called Black. There's another shooter. Was it Black Hawk Down? Was that?
Maybe.
There's like a game.
Did they make a game out of that?
No, it was something like that, or Desert something, or like.
Oh, Conflict Desert Storm, or
no, we've already talked about
that.
This is like a first-person shooter where at the beginning you like drop out of a helicopter. It might be Black. I might just be mistaking
Black.
I can't barely remember. But anyways, yeah. So Black. What's number 4 for you?
So number 4 for me is God of War, and this is one I could interchange with. 1 or 2 could both easily fit in the slot. I picked 1 mainly because it's more, it started a revolution almost, like so many games followed suit and did what it did afterwards, So I give it credit, It took full advantage of the PS1 or PS2's technical capabilities and just fucking did that shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
And the story was really good. I think the second one definitely had a better story, more interesting story. But the first one was just so revolutionary that I give it to the first one.
Gotcha. I agree. Well, no, I don't actually, because I don't like that game. Number 3 for me is Mercenaries.
Mercenaries is a good one.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Mercenaries 2 specifically is my shit.
Oh, dude. Mercenaries 2 was the shit, but I can't remember.
Playground of Destruction.
I couldn't remember if that was a PS2 game or if that was for 360 and like.
I think that was 360 actually.
I'm not positive though.
I'm not either.
Either. But yeah, Mercenaries was great. I remember the day I got Mercenaries from Sam's Club actually.
Really?
We were just walking around, and I always looked at the games, no matter where we were at. I would be like, okay, I'm gonna go look at the games.
Dude, speaking of cheap video game stuff, have you? What kind of memory card do you have on your Switch right now?
It's like it's a pretty big one. I don't remember.
How big are we talking?
64 gig or something?
Dude, I just bought a 512 gigabyte memory card on Wish.com for fucking $9, including shipping and handling.
What the fuck?
It's coming to my house soon.
That's
Not
badass.
soon. It'll probably actually take like fucking 10 days because it's Wish. But, dude, if you need a legit memory card for your Switch, go on Wish.com, dude. I'm dead ass serious.
Why is it so cheap?
Because everything's cheap. Have you ever gone on Wish?
No.
Okay, Wish.com is cool. It's like Amazon, but everything takes forever to get to you. But everything's really fucking cheap also.
Okay, so why does it take so long? Is it coming from like China?
Probably, yeah. Probably it's coming from like China or some like fucking I don't know. I don't know. But dude, everything is cheap, and you got to be careful though if you're buying like clothes and stuff, because sometimes you'll order stuff and it'll show up and it won't be exactly what you ordered,
I wonder
but
why.
You can look like they have. It's like Amazon. You can like read the reviews before you buy it. You know? And I saw like 10 people that like posted pictures of their 512 gigabyte memory card, and they're like, "Hey, just what I ordered." So
this is the guy who made them.
I know, right? No, I'm hyped though. I hope it comes in and is what I ordered. But like when you sign up for the app, it's like pick a free gift, and like they sent me my free gift, so.
All right, there we go.
It was like this thing you hook to your window, and it holds your phone out for you, so you can like look at your map while you're driving.
Oh, I like that.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool.
I paid nothing for that.
Next level, dude, for free. Yeah. So what's number 3 for you? Oh wait, by the way, yeah. Oh, I had to finish that story. Okay, so I'm in Sam's.
Oh, sorry.
With my parents, Sam's Club, and I go check out the games, and I'm like, oh sweet, Mercenaries. It's a lot like Grand Theft Auto. I want to play that, and so my parents were like, feeling generous, I guess, so they got it for me. It was on sale too.
Nice.
Yeah, so took it home, played the shit out of that game. It was so cool. I just love sniping in that game.
Dude, yeah. There's a lot going for it.
Oh yeah, it wasn't as cool as Grand Theft Auto or anything, but anyways, what you got for number 3?
So number 3 is one that just has to be on the top. It's Kingdom Hearts. I mean,
does that have to be on the top?
Does.
Is that a real thing?
Absolutely.
Absolutely
it's
not.
Easily one of the best fucking Square Enix games ever made. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Square Enix, the best game. Square Enix made some of the games you're playing right now. Like, or no, I guess they published them. Didn't Square Enix publish the game with the girl, the Life is Strange?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and say that Kingdom Hearts is better than that game.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Life is Strange is great and all, but it's like, I mean, it's like,
but they also,
it's
they
like comparing
made Final Fantasy VII. They also made Final Fantasy.
I think it's better than Final Fantasy VII.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Wrong. I'm just kidding. You're not allowed to.
I think Super Mario RPG is better than Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, I agree with that.
But
not Kingdom Hearts.
I think that Super Mario RPG and Kingdom Hearts stand toe-to-toe as the best crossover games.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I don't know, man.
All right, you can have that opinion.
It's just, I don't know.
I'm not judging.
You got to think about, okay, it's not just like, don't think about it from like the game as it is and you're like compared to like other games now. Think about the game when it came out, like what it did, and like
I remember Hot Topic,
dude.
I remember what happened.
That was some next level shit, man. I don't know if you actually played Kingdom Hearts when it dropped, but it was like the most magical shit of all time, dude. Like,
was it that magical? But see, I wasn't like a huge Disney guy. Like, I wasn't like.
See, that's the problem.
Like, I love Disney, but I don't love Disney like that. I don't love Disney like, oh shit, fucking put it in my Ninja Turtles, dude. Like,
put it in my Ninja Turtles.
Like, that's kind of what you're doing with this game. It's like you're taking some like Samurai Jack or like Dragon Ball Z, and then you fucking throw like Mickey in there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want Pluto just like fucking walking around in my goddamn like Max Payne game, you know? Like,
but it's not really. It's more of like a Disney game where Final Fantasy characters happen to be walking around.
Oh, okay, so
you know what I mean?
You see it more as the other way. You see that Disney is
like
being
the
infiltrated
game is
by them
in like, you know, these Disney universes. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
Of course.
So it's like you go to the universes. You just don't see the magic here.
I think you like
it's
it
like
because you like Disney
World.
World.
Psychonauts so great. It's not necessarily the Disney aspect. It's the fact that every character has their own unique world. You know what I mean? So you go to like so many different environments and places. It's like, for example, in Psychonauts, you know, I'm drawing the correlation here. You know, every level is like the inside of a person's mind.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So every level is like completely different.
Yes.
It's like the same thing. Only
except for way less interesting. But like to someone who doesn't care about that stuff. Like, I mean, I'm not hating. I'm not saying people shouldn't enjoy it. I'm just saying like you and your sister fucking love Disney. Mainly your sister loves Disney.
Love a little bit of Disney.
Yeah, you guys like Disney World. Like, you guys are like there's actually, I didn't realize this. There's like a whole subculture of people that are just Disney fanatics, and you guys are definitely part of that.
Are we?
Yes. Growing up, I didn't realize that was a thing, but like, there's even YouTube videos like being like the people who go to Disney World or whatever, or like Disney freaks or whatever, and it's funny because it's so spot on, you guys, and I'm like, and not in like a mean way, but it's just funny that I never noticed that. I thought it was just uniquely you guys.
Well, there are a
Disney.
lot of us out there.
Yeah, and now I'm scared.
Otherwise, Kingdom Hearts wouldn't be as popular as it is.
I know.
You know?
I know. But I thought that was because there's just a bunch of Final Fantasy lovers out there.
No, well, I mean both, you know?
Yeah.
That's especially the people who like both. It's like, those are the diehards right there.
Yeah.
I'm not as big of a Final Fantasy lover, but I love Disney, so it's like I'm not quite a diehard on Kingdom Hearts, you know?
Yeah.
But I like it a lot.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Anyways, yeah, good. You know, good on you. You doing them a favor like that, you know, saying their game's good.
What the fuck? You're over here with aggressive inline.
You don't understand the magic, dude.
Exactly.
You don't like take those roller skates and you put them on people. You put them in a world, dude. No, but anyways, so number two for me is Grand Theft Auto 3.
Grand Theft Auto 3. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was the beginning.
It started it, yeah.
It wasn't good enough to be number one, but it was like the game changer. You know, like when it was out, it was the dope shit. It's like the iPhone 6. When the iPhone 6 has just comes out, it's the dope shit. But the moment the iPhone 7 drops, it's like, ooh, you don't want to be caught dead with that iPhone 7.
All I know is the first time I ever saw somebody playing Grand Theft Auto 3, it like actually blew my mind. Like it
the
like
EMT.
like my fucking brain blew up, dude. Like I was maybe like 10, like 12 years old, something like that, and I like walked in. It was at Chelsea's house, and I walked into the living room, and her brother was playing it. And I just sat there and watched him like shoot a bunch of people and like steal a car and run from the cops and do all this like random shit. And I'm just like, in my brain, I'm like, you can do all that? You can just go wherever you want? There's no boundaries, you know? It like just totally fucking blew my mind.
Her brother's head spins like 180 and faces you, and he's like, yes, you can. Yeah, so I
very few games in my life have actually made me feel like, wow, that's amazing. You know, and
trying to get 6 stars, dude. To go, like I remember like just playing the shit out of that at your house, like, and just like us. I remember playing 3 at my house mainly. That's the one, but just like so cool, dude. Like you said, it's just mind blowing. Like you can't imagine, like, oh, you can get a fucking katana, or wait,
oh yeah, you can find the fucking like dildo in the mall, or no, that was Vice City.
Yeah, I think we're mixing them up.
But still,
you could get the baseball bat. You could just fucking steal
a lot of
cars.
Crazy shit. Like
it was like Driver on crack.
On crack,
literally.
Dude. Like it was like everything you wanted to do in Driver.
On
right
crack.
Here.
Okay, number 2 for you.
So number 2 for me is one that's going to be a little bit controversial because you would expect a game from this series to be on the list, but I think most people would put number 2 above number 3. But I gotta say, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater.
I don't think most people put 2 above 3. I think a lot of people like Snake Eater.
I don't know. A lot of people really like 2, man. I think a lot of people consider it one of the best in the series. The like Raiden segments and stuff, you know?
Well, the Raiden segment was the whole fucking game. That was the problem. So like they pushed the game as the sequel to Metal Gear Solid, and they in the trailers they only show Snake. Like the whole game like is going to be based around Snake, and it was a big juke. It was a big thing. Like when the game actually came out.
I mean, it's a good game though, you know?
It's a great game, but everybody was pissed that like, you played as Raiden.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, you know, there still are, you know, Snake parts, right? Like I
No,
mean,
just at the beginning. There's like only one little tiny segment. You play as Snake for like 5 minutes, and the rest of the entire game you're Raiden. And it's
still,
like,
I don't know. I like, first of all, you know, what it really comes down to for me isn't really who you're playing as, but it's like the boss fights.
Oh, yeah,
that's
dude.
what encompasses the Metal Gear experience to me. Well, like the stealth and the boss fights. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I don't know. It was such a hard choice for me because I like the setting of Metal Gear 2 a lot. You know, where you're in like the classic hallways and like lasers and shit. But I also like the like being out in the woods. I liked in 3 how you had to like pick your camouflage accordingly and like your face paint. And it actually helped and made a difference. And like. You'd sneak through and like I don't know, it was really cool. You got this like Rambo vibe with 3, and the bosses were just amazing, and you get laid. There's that weird. Wasn't there like a trick with the cutscene where you could like push a button and it would like zoom in on something or I don't know.
I can't remember, but I think I know what you're talking about. I remember something about that too. Something about the sex scene was weird.
Yeah, good game. One of the best probably the best in the series, if you ask me. 4 is also really good, but
yeah.
I didn't really like 5 that much. A lot of people did. Wasn't for me.
Yeah, it was just too not Metal Gear Solid at all.
Not enough cutscenes.
Dude, the very beginning, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude, it started off strong as fuck. If it had just kept, like,
going
with that
direction,
pace, I would have been all about it.
Yeah, the rest of the game, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's Far Cry.
Right?
Yeah.
Only way lamer.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's a horse. But so, number one. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Vice City takes number 1 for me.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the music in Vice City.
Oh my god. Couldn't find Vice City. No, but yeah, so Vice City was just like next level, dude. Like whenever it took what was already next level and made it next level. That's how I would review that game. But yeah, that's the one with the katana, all the dildo, and all.
Go in the shopping mall and steal the like display car in the middle of the mall and just like ride it around the mall, just wrecking into shit. Like
the cool Miami Vice feel to it.
The music was excellent. It had that Miami type music playing,
The radio stations, all the secret like jumps and stuff.
Your little floral shirt.
Oh,
everything was great, like the Scarface fucking Easter egg, and there was a lot going for that game.
Yeah, there's just too much to even like address it all. The cheat codes, like
that's with all the Grand Theft Autos, man. They all had dope cheat codes. I think that was the first one with the flying car. Did 3 have flying cars? I can't remember. Cheat codes have been good on all of them now.
No, I think Vice City was the first to have the flying cars. I think
that was a dope cheat.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of time just flying around fucking Oldsmobiles. Just
yeah, dude. Right. Speaking of flying cars, in 3, you could, originally you were supposed to be able to get more like the Dodo plane or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be a Dodo plane, but like shitty. Like, have you ever thought about like why was it so hard to fucking fly? And the reason why was because 9/11 had happened around that time, so they took the actual plane out of the game.
Really?
Yeah, and so like they left that thing where it's like impossible to fly it in the game.
Wow.
It's like, what?
That's
I did not
crazy.
know that.
A lot of different stuff was affected by that, I know that there was a Carmen Sandiego game where one of the places where Carmen Sandiego was hiding was at the fucking World Trade Center in New York.
I thought you were going to say, like, where Osama bin Laden was, like, in the cave.
Shit.
No, but, like, I've wondered about that, like, my whole life. Like, why would they put a vehicle in the game that doesn't work? Like, I thought it was just a joke.
I thought it was like a boat, like a kind of gimmicky boat. Like more or less.
The Dodo plane?
Yeah.
Why do you think it was a boat?
I don't know, because you could like land it on the water and like skim on the water.
I just thought it was a shitty plane.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game. Maybe I'm thinking of San Andreas.
Yeah, look up the Dodo plane later. But anyways, go ahead. So
my number 1 is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
There we go. Bumped it up.
Gotta have them all. But the thing is, San Andreas, I mean, they were all good, and I only picked one because I didn't want to overdo it with the Grand Theft Autos. But San Andreas was the first time they ditched the silent protagonist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got CJ, who talks, has a personality, is well acted. All the voice acting is done incredibly well on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It's funny. It's bigger than all the other games, Grand Theft Auto style. It's got way, way more to do than even Grand Theft Auto 4, which came out later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it had the urban legends,
the urban legends, the ability to make your character muscular or fat, or there's so much stuff that we're not even seeing resurface until recently in Red Dead Redemption 2. You know what I mean?
For a good reason.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I like that. I like the fact that your character could get fat and stuff. You know what I mean?
thought it was cool, definitely. But I think
I like that every time you booted up fucking Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on somebody else's console, their CJ looked totally different from your CJ.
Yeah, right?
His would have an afro and he'd be fat, or this guy's would be bald and muscular, or you'd have a little skinny CJ with dreadlocks, I don't know.
It gave it the RPG feel.
It did.
Yeah.
It did, but it kept that. I don't know. They did such an amazing job. I really think that they took it the next step into the future.
Yeah,
they saw other people trying to do their thing, like Saints Row and stuff, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna take it to the next level. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's no beating Rockstar at their own game.
That's another thing. You're right. They had the bikes. They had all kinds of flying vehicles and boats. I think San Andreas was the first one where you could swim, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. So I agree with you there. I would have put it as my number one, except for I didn't own it myself. So I think that was one of those things where I was just like, I can't really put that there.
I think I bought that game 3 times.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I have it on 360 and original Xbox, and I think I have it on my phone.
Does it play well on the phone?
It plays really good. If you you got to get used to the touch controls, or get one of those game pads and attach it to it.
Gotcha.
The only problem is that you can't enter cheats because it's a phone and it's hard to
I'm sure there's a way to enter cheats.
Oh, there's definitely a way. You have to get a keypad and type it in.
That's what it says?
Because it's like the computer cheats. It's not like the Xbox ones. You gotta do it like the PC cheats.
Lame.
I know.
Yeah, need my R1s and my L1s, dude. Anyway, so that's it for the topic of the show. Well,
wait.
besides
Got some
these
honorable mentions.
My bad, almost left.
Do you have any honorable mentions over there?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm just going to run through a few of these. I think we'll both agree that most of these are, really close to making it on the list, and probably would make it on other people's lists. The first one I want to talk about is the Warriors. Gotta mention the Warriors. Fucking great game. Burnout 3, Takedown.
Okay.
Fucking excellent game.
I feel like these honorable mentions you shouldn't be talking about if they're multi-platform, because they might get mentioned later on.
I won't go into detail about them.
Okay, just mention them.
I'll just mention them. We got Dead or Alive 2.
Okay.
Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill, was definitely one that would have...
It was close.
Yeah.
That was a close one. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. That's a multi-platform one. Persona 4. Now, this one's weird because I know it's one of the best games ever made, but I haven't personally played it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can't rightfully put it on my list, but I have to say...
It can't be your top 10.
Yeah, but it's not bad either. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, Resident Evil 4, Okami, Ico, and Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City are my honorable mentions.
Cool.
So there you go.
Yeah, definitely. Some of those you might see later. Definitely want to check out the original Xbox episode if you want to hear some deep talk on the games that we actually bring up, because I know both of us were Xbox kids.
I think Game Boy Advance and PSP will both be good episodes.
Those two as well. So yeah, just kind of getting the consoles that we don't have as much experience with out of the way is it's going to make for some good episodes coming up here. Anyways, so let's jump on over to the People's Champion.
Oh my God, I forgot to. I've had so much going on with the cats getting
forgot
neutered.
I
forgot to ask the question. I knew I was forgetting something all day today.
It's all right. Hold on.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I'll ask a question.
Okay, and I'll answer it, and I'll be the champion.
Okay, let me see. Hold on, I gotta get it. Okay,
no, you'll be the champion. Yeah, ask me.
I'll be. Wait, did you want to ask? No, I want to ask.
Yeah, you ask, because the person who asks is the champion. Sorry, I got a little confused there.
Okay. Would you rather? Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a would you rather. We haven't done one of these.
Okay, all right, lay it on me.
Okay. Would you rather be stuck on the moon with only Psychonauts to play for the rest of your life?
Oh, God.
Or would you rather be stuck on the sun, but you survived? You just felt all the pain in the world. And
what kind of? Obviously, I'd rather be on the moon.
hold up. But you
I don't care how many fucking games I have.
But you have, I was gonna say, but you have access to every game and every movie, every VR. Like every medium.
How could you enjoy it if you're fucking burning alive 24/7?
So at the end, or not at the end, but in this book that I read.
Plus, how would you like stand there and do shit? You'd be like on like lava, like there'd be nowhere to hang out.
Okay, fine. Take it back. You're not on the sun. You're in Antarctica.
Oh, okay. Am I like in a base in Antarctica?
No, you are out.
I'm just out in the cold.
Out in the cold, but you won't die.
How do I have like electricity hookups and stuff? And what about being on the moon? Am I like in a
you're
fucking
getting a little
spacesuit?
too technical.
Well,
here.
am I in a space base on the moon?
Sure, but you only get that one game.
Okay.
There's no movies, no shows,
and I'm out in the fucking middle of the frozen tundra in Antarctica.
Yeah, you just have to freeze your dick off for the rest of your life. But you have access to every.
I have like a TV and stuff out there. And,
yeah, dude, and it upgrades every year to the next thing.
Does the moon one upgrade TV wise?
No.
I guess it doesn't matter. Fuck, dude. Fuck. That's a really good question.
Yeah, because imagine how cold you'd be.
Probably Antarctica.
Really? You'd just be in torturous, like, cold for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I could build a fire or something, and I think.
No, you can't build a fire.
Why not?
You're getting out of No, you're in Antarctica. You can't escape.
Why couldn't I build a fire? I'm
It's
just going to freeze to
rather.
death if I don't do something.
No, I just told you. Part of the parameters of this question is that you won't die. You'll just be in torturous
really
cold.
So I can't like dig a hole and get in the hole or something?
That would make you colder, and no, you can't.
It wouldn't make you colder. Have you never seen Bear Grylls, dude? He's always digging himself into ice holes and like protecting himself from the wilderness.
I guess from the wind, maybe, but I feel like going deeper into the. I guess maybe he's trying to get to the core.
Oh yeah, he's trying to get out of the wind, I think.
But yeah, no, you can't do none of that.
Damn.
You're just torturous cold all the time. But you can just Avengers Endgame just came out or whatever. Oh, I can see that right now in VR.
I think I would eventually get used to the cold.
Yeah, that's what I was saying at the end of this book I was reading.
You know, like
the Star Wars Darth Revan book. At the end, he's like, there's this guy Darth, I forget his name, but anyways, he gets like brought into this like thing where he gets to live for 1,000 years. Like he did this weird ritual, and like he's like, it hurts so bad, and like it says it's like horrible pain all throughout the body, and he like asks him, he's like, when will it stop? And he's like, it will never stop. He's like
1,000 years of that.
Yeah, he's like, how do you handle this? And he's like eventually you feel nothing, and then like it's like it's just like, okay.
But I think that's probably accurate. Yeah. I think after like a few, years of just standing there in the fucking cold as fuck, you just get used to it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. If
you didn't turn into like a big popsicle, well, I'm assuming that's part of the parameters.
Yeah, you're not going to turn into.
You're not going to popsicle us as long as you're not going to like die of like frostbite or like freezing to death. Then I think I would get used to it.
Yeah, just imagine jumping into an ice-cold swimming pool.
That's what I'm imagining.
But constantly,
like,
forever.
Times 30, but forever.
Yeah. It got real serious with this question, but...
Yeah. Good question.
Champions got to come with the good stuff, you know what I'm saying?
All right, well, Jamel's the champ.
Thanks, Jamel.
Thanks, Jamel. Good question.
Next time, Brent will ask you guys to ask us questions.
Sorry.
You're good. Anyways, let's finish it up with This Week in Gaming History, dude.
All right, This Week in Gaming History on May 5th, 2000 for the Game Boy Color.
What kind of game is it?
It's a sneaky game. Sneaky.
For 2000?
Mm-hmm.
Game Boy Color. Was it Metal Gear?
Yes. Metal Gear.
Solid.
Ghost Babel.
Ghost Battle. No.
I
Never
think
played that
Ghost Babel was a remake of the first one, I believe.
Oh, Ghost Babel. Maybe that is the one that I had. I just didn't know it was called Ghost Babel.
I think it might have been called something different, and like depending on your region or something. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
And then May 7th, 2001 for the N64.
What kind of game?
Party game.
Mario Party?
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit,
Mario
bro.
Party. Trace.
Oh, shit, dude.
The big.
I'm going to have to go ahead and stop you with this bro culture that's going on here.
You just walk out. One half of our team has walked out.
It's like 1 out of 2, dude. No, but yeah. It's a great game, Mario Party 3.
Yeah.
Fucking classic, dude.
Classic. Probably my favorite Mario Party.
Yeah. Is that the one with the cowboy hats?
6 was really good, too. Yeah. 3 had the cowboy
the
hats.
space suits. Oh, dude, those themed fucking boards, dude.
Yeah,
killer.
Those pop guns where you have to do the draw with the pop guns.
Oh yeah, dude, that's some shit I want on the Switch. I don't know. They should do DLC for Mario Party Switch or Super Mario Party.
They should just be a cheat code where you enter it and all of a sudden you're just playing the old Mario Party games.
Oh, dude, like how a Halo Master Chief Collection would let you switch back and forth between like the good graphics and bad graphics.
Yeah, or like how Wolfenstein 2 has that secret arcade machine hidden where you can play the Wolfenstein 3D all the way through.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Nintendo, y'all are fucking up. Anyways, remember, you've been listening to Game Speak Podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to the Game Speak Podcast Facebook group. And check out our video content on YouTube if you're not already watching it there. All you have to do is search Create for Sanity. It's all one word. Leave us a like, subscribe, watch our shit. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on the Twitter handle, AlJafferJamel, and Brent at BrentHas1. And that's the number one. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Till next time.